everyone. I'm Cody Stone with Random Encounter Productions. Your show is going to start in just a few minutes, but while I've got you alone, let me talk to you about how you can help us keep the dice rolling. You can join us over at patreon.com/Random Encounter Productions. We have Patreon levels from the $1 to the $20 level. You get access to a lot of really cool things, Heroes of the Multiverse with digital artwork. We're going to be doing overland maps and dungeon maps throughout all of 2019. You also get early access to some of our GM tip videos and raw file footages. You can, at the $10 level, get a Twitch subscription. At the $5 level, you get access to our Discord where we all hang out. The characters write stories. All the wonderful players are great writers and artists, and it's just a wonderful community. We want you to be a part of that. So if you can help support us over there, it would mean the world to us. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription. It's really awesome. You just have to renew it every month. So if you choose to do that with us, that would be amazing. So thank you very much for that. Just remember to renew it every month. If you don't have Amazon Prime, if you can't patronize right now, there's a few ways you can still help the channel. That would mean the world to us. First of all, we're getting our YouTube channel up and running, youtube.com/Random Encounter Productions. We're going to be doing exclusive shows over there, as well as our GM tips, really pushing to put out content on a daily basis. So please subscribe over there, hit the bell, hit the notification thing, share those videos, help us get the word out as much as possible, because we love doing these shows for you guys. We want to do them for everybody. So that would be wonderful. If you want to help us out in other free ways, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, and we're on Facebook. All the links to those things are down below. So join us over there, subscribe, share, follow, all of that classic stuff. And we really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We love doing this, and we love doing it for you, with you, and all of those things. So we will see you soon. Hey guys, let's talk about Skull Splitter. That's right, one of our wonderful sponsors, and my favorite name to say. You can find the link down below. Just look for that helmet and the awesome double axe feature. They are a fantastic dice company. They do exclusives of their own design for dice palettes. We gave away some of their Huntress sets. We're going to be getting more giveaways from them in the future. Also, they do these really awesome dice tins that are class exclusive for the Rogue, the Warlock, the Wizard, and I believe the Gunslinger as well. They do pounds of dice. They do grab bags of dice. Their stuff is absolutely awesome. They do plastic. They do stone. They do metal. They do it all. So click on the link down below. Head on over there. Check them out. Anything you order there through our link helps out the channel. And otherwise, just tell them we sent you. And yeah, we'll see you soon.
Yes, it is. It is, in fact. Oh my god. It's a shit. I wanted this my whole life. Oh no. Look at the trash cans. They're so baby. Everything's fine. I'm okay. I just really like it. Everything's okay.
He built it. I'm taking video of someone who's going for the first time, and she's very emotional.
Oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Izzy playing Rhine, the Eldritch Knight Goliath fighter.
Cole playing Tesla, the Warforged Battlesmith Artificer.
I'm Eduardo. I'm playing Jarek, the human. I always forget to say his human. The human artificer alchemist.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna get you. And I'm Megan playing Captain Madeline the Wren, the human.
I'd be so upset. You don't know.
God, I
One
would
of
squash
these.
myself a long time. That was close.
Squash, good word.
All right, my friends, thank you for being here. So our Kickstarter has closed. It is 1,000% plus funded, which
It
is
hasn't closed. It is resting.
it is
It has been working this month.
it has. So the pledge manager is going to be up probably earliest a week, but perhaps longer than that. So please be patient with that. You guys can add things to your pledges if you want to get like the exclusive patch from the Infinite Storyteller, or if you are interested in getting other items and things that are on there. You can add on magnets, you can add on pins, all of that sort of stuff. Once that gets closed, then it's I think up to 3 weeks for us to get the money, and then we can put things into production. A few weeks after that, we get them, and then we sit and have a fun collating party where we put together everybody's pledges and mail those things out.
Will we live stream that?
Maybe, yeah.
That sounds like something fun.
It's a party.
Yeah.
Be like, Susan, it's happening.
There's your thing. Yeah.
Only if you do it like that.
Just reveal from under the table.
We may also be able to goose our Twitch viewing numbers on top of that.
When
No.
I was streaming with the Kickstarter, I went upstairs for 30 seconds.
Oh,
You never should have done that.
Yeah.
What have we learned?
I'm leaving the house. I'm gonna come back and Cody will chat. You know,
there it is. There it is.
chat. You know your fucking job.
Tag you if he comes up with deadlines.
Thank you. I'm leaving now.
I was not giving a deadline. I was talking very broad,
Mhm.
general
Mhm.
next steps.
Mhm.
And then I just asked a question. Don't worry, Caitlin.
Bye.
To answer your question, yes, we will live stream that because I think that's the only way I can get you people in here at the table to put stuff in little baggies for me. So
all the time.
you do. You guys all do.
But it would be super fun.
Yeah, it would be. Everybody that's here is
We could
tremendously
start
helpful.
doing like
and
work songs.
everybody that's not. Yeah.
And I also like the connection of like, you're watching.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to you. Let's
Also,
it's cool.
we are a streaming company first and foremost. That's what
yep,
we love to
yep.
do. So hanging out with you guys and doing that little bit of work is fun. Fun, just like chat, talk back,
Yeah.
showtime.
And we love you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening with that. Do remember we are out of town for the weekend, so it becomes Megan Encounter Productions.
After dark.
Yeah.
That's right. Which was the original name for Camster.
Campster wants his money back. They were like, this was the original idea.
Yeah, well, Camster knows where I am.
Pay up, Campster.
Pay me what you owe.
Camster.
One day we're gonna get a cease and desist from Campster. They're gonna send us a strongly worded
I'm
letter
gonna fucking frame it.
on some lovely letterhead that is like, please stop using our name.
Please stop
Please
talking
stop
about it."
disparaging the good people over at Campster. We make millions of people happy every minute.
That's
so
true. That's
Who
true.
do you make happy?
wah, wah.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So
Now we all got sad because we're not porn stars.
yeah. Well,
Is it porn?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought it was adult entertainment. I think porn has production value. Campster's just
Not the
you.
porn I
Have you not seen the
Fair.
This conversation just took a turn.
Damn, sticker
We're not showing like exhibit A, exhibit B.
Yeah.
Just talk.
Yeah. That's on our Discord. I'm kidding.
It is not
What? Join our Discord
on our
for
Discord.
Not.
It is quite specifically not on our Discord. That's the shadow Discord some of you have set up. That you think I don't know about.
Shadow Discord in the dark web. Is that what it is?
Oh, I
Talk
can't
to us.
wait. One day, random encounters with its shadow Discord.
I'll take over the original one.
Oh,
Remember when we were here to play D&D? I'm so sorry.
that's okay.
I'm down.
This happens every time.
Oh, this is so great. I love you.
But yeah, so Megan, this weekend,
Mhm.
That's right. You're gonna.
presenting. Oh, noodle.
Yep. Megan's my phone.
Yeah, absolutely. So Megan's probably gonna hang out and talk. Maybe you got some
Yeah.
board games.
No.
Previews.
You're not here. You can't tell me what to do. I'm not real bad.
I do what I want.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Matthew and I are going to be doing a talk back. So if you guys have any questions or things that you'd like to know, like some behind the scenes stuff or whatnot, yeah, go ahead and like put it on the Discord, tweet us at Random
That's
Encounter
super fun.
Productions, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And Matthew and I are thinking of questions for each other as well.
Nice,
Oh,
We're
no.
gonna,
I like
we're gonna
that.
get to the lowdown.
nice.
Jeez,
Yeah.
Well, there's
What's
also
Madeline's real opinion on this person, this character.
it's a talk show.
Yeah.
It's all about
You want to
Megan.
ask her in character, honey? She'll tell you.
Uh-oh.
we also did pick up DC Rebirth, Deck Building Rebirth. So if you guys want to unbox that,
I don't want to do that without you guys.
okay, that's
Yes.
nice. I appreciate it. Also, Shakespeare.
I don't want to do that with Matthew. That's mean.
Oh, you can invite other people.
That feels weird. I never did the whole like party when your parents are out of town. Mainly because my parents were never out of town. But
Right.
like this feels
Very
I
much
don't
like
do
that.
it.
yeah, I don't know how to
Do
do
it.
this. And of
That
course
sounds like a
and of course the
great
first thing is like,
episode.
oh, we can play Shakespeare, guys. Let's do that. Yes,
love that.
Taryn will give you acting and singing lessons
Okay,
on Friday.
there you go. So tune in for your you're gonna give them a Meisner repeat exercise.
No, I'm not doing that to me.
No, you're not doing that to me.
Fuck off.
Fuck
I will
off.
leave this house.
You will leave this.
Jeez.
I didn't appreciate it in high school. Don't appreciate it now. Stupid.
Oh Lord. All right. Well, that's that. Guys, talk to me about what other fun things you're doing. Cole, you've got podcast things.
I do have podcast things that I'm just so far behind.
If you ever want me to stop asking you about them, I suppose you could tell me.
No, it's cool. I appreciate it.
Because we get to
eventually-
this moment and I'm like, I want to include everybody's projects
Yeah.
if you're doing something, but every time I say it, you have like the weight of the world falls onto you, and I'm like,
Face
I have
drops.
just
He turns
burdened
into Logan.
my lovely friend with just a heap of anxiety that
Well,
I did
it's
not mean.
It's
to.
not necessarily that. It's because like I have so many like backlog episodes that I just need to just
edit or put
edit
up.
and put on. And if I could edit them all in like one day and like queue them up
Mhm.
in like a uploading at this time system, I would do that because it would make things so much easier.
Mhm.
But what ends up happening is, real life gets in the way
Yeah.
and you fall behind. But
Yeah.
I do have a ton of episodes recorded. I do have a ton of cool things that I think you guys will enjoy. So yeah, my podcast is called Random Acts of Awesomeness. It's talking about fusing the love of sports and nerd stuff together because you can like both and screw anyone who tells you otherwise. So it's oh my God, thank you. Eduardo, never change.
Win.
But yeah, it's just about loving sports and nerd stuff and being able to share that. I've got some friends who pop by and we talk Star Wars, Kingdom Hearts. I'm trying to get one of my friends over to talk Fire Emblem because that's really good. And it's,
You have feelings about Fire Emblem.
I do. It's one of my favorite game series ever. Followed closely by the Tales series. But
I'm waiting for Tales of Arise so hard. I need more details. Tell me more things.
well, tune into the podcast and you'll find out.
We
Oh,
better.
see what I did there?
Yeah.
There you go. Nicely
You
done.
better self-plug. I'm down.
But yeah, Random Acts of Awesomeness. We're on Spotify. I almost said Twitter. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and Google Play.
There you go. Any other fun projects people want to plug? There is one thing. Friend of the channel, Michael Knight, has put together. If you're in the
Justin
Orlando
is in it
area,
as well.
yes, our friend Justin that plays
Shadowrun.
in Shadowrun and Guthrie.
There we go.
Yep, it took me a minute too. They are participating. Michael Knight is the executive producer of a short play festival.
Original short plays.
Original short plays. So that's happening this weekend in the Orlando area. We will have more details for you, and we're gonna put together like a real quick little promo video to run on Friday and Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh, am I doing Saturday too?
yeah,
Oh,
How exciting.
cool.
you know we stream Friday and Saturday.
I feel like you should have thought about that before you decided to take the weekend off for a wedding. I'm just saying.
That's not my fault. You can talk to her when she comes home, and her best friend, who had the audacity to fall in love and wanted to share it with her friends and family.
Selfish.
Right? It's terrible. I believe Whisper will be here. She can teach you guys Shadow or Gloomhaven or lots of things.
Cool.
It's 2 nights. You got it.
So many options.
So many
So
options.
many options.
If not, I'll teach you how to stream the Borderlands.
Mm,
No? Okay.
mm. I'm now having to quickly recalibrate my entire life for the next 4 days. So please continue.
I love it.
Sorry. Anything else going on? Eduardo, you up to anything right now?
Next week I will talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
My face will possibly be shaved in the next few weeks.
What?
And for me, that's a big deal.
That is. That beard is a commitment.
I know.
You can do it.
I'm dedicated.
Yeah.
But no, if I have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys will be like, who's that new guy? And I'll be like, it's me, guys. Surprise.
It's me, your boy. Eduardo.
All right. Let us get into it, shall we? Our adventure takes place in and around the continent of Rotem. It is a continent dominated by the Albrechtian Empire, who has had their emperor, Don Dorian of the Black Gem, leader of the Rockhawk Legion, the bringer of law, and queller of chaos, replaced by a cabal of evil doppelgangers, aided by the celestial body of madness and imbalance known as the Lunacy. Our heroes are members of a revolutionary organization dedicated to saving the continent. And to this end, they have gathered together Hal's victors, heroes of yesteryear, and have recently discovered the location of Don Dorian. He is either in the plain of pandemonium, an infinite maze of howling winds that drives each user in each resident insane, or within the maze, capital T, capital M, the demi-plane of torment and torture run by the Lady of Pain, the sole ruler and deity within Sigil, the City of Doors, at the center of the multiverse.
Can he just not be in either? Can he just be down the street?
Yeah, like amnesia.
You
Yeah.
could, yeah,
Yeah, I think that would be
we
much.
have to roll for that.
sure.
Jeez. I don't think we're going to win, guys. I think it's like a 99. Not even 100. You can't get 100. It has to be a 99.
I mean, you can roll me 3d10.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
How's
Please
that?
let me down the street.
Go for it. Roll me 3d10.
What if I roll 3 straight 10s?
If they're all zeros, then
He's down the street.
he will be down the street.
This is what D&D is. It's about
Go
luck
for
and
it.
chance.
Oh my gosh, I came so close.
2 of those.
I got
One
a
of those.
0, a 9, and a 4. I was this close. I almost got.
Even 1-0 was surprising.
I know. Even getting 110, I'll take that as a win. Today's gonna be a good day, guys.
There you go.
He's not down the street, but I had a feeling he was there. It's like a mist. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Possibility.
And then a door closed because it's in the door thing.
Yep.
So.
City of Doors.
City of Doors.
So, you guys are in Arartico. Tesla, Madeline, you have recently, just yesterday, discovered the Temple of the Twin Brothers
Mm-hmm.
and were illuminated as to some ancient history. How ancient, you ask? Well, much the way like Pangea ancient, if that makes sense. The landscape looks vastly different. This predates the continent, right? And even from what you can tell, the books and the worshippers and things like that, they never lived through these events. It was a memory brought to them in a dream that they were able to compile this information. Those of you that missed Monday night, it talks of an idiot outer god, a force not of malevolence but of indifference, whose scope dwarfs that even of the deities, and speaks of two ancient entities, twin brothers, one great of stature, one great of personality, that held back this maddening chaos and eventually turned upon each other to maim one another and force each other into relative states of I'll say torment or torture. Yeah, who seemingly have a relation to the Lady of Pain. We pick up the following day. So we are up to the 23rd of Fel.
Thank you.
Madeline, Cole, excuse me, Tesla. There we go. You there, person.
They are a person.
You, player. I would like you guys to roll me a wisdom saving throw,
Sticks.
but do it anyway. Okay.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. 14.
14. Good news is you're both able to sleep. Tesla sleeps better than Madeline does. Madeline, you wake up multiple times throughout the night. It is.
Does she have to like use the restroom, or she got the shakes?
She like it's very
Two
much.
reasons.
It's very much. You'll start awake, and as rapidly as the dream had unsettled you, it is passed from your mind, and as you'll perhaps spend a few minutes lying awake or looking around the room or searching for something tangible to hold on to. It's not long before it's faded, and you're always able to get back to sleep, but it's
enough to know she's awake.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, damn it.
yeah.
Why not?
So
That's a rough sleep.
it is a very rough sleep. So we pick up on the 23rd. You guys are at the Worldhound and the World's Peace.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do? To catch up, Jurek and Ryan. The victors believe Dondorian to be in one of those two mazes. If he is within the maze, they have devised two strategies that they are currently split over. One is to speak with the Lady of Pain and attempt to convince her through diplomacy to let Dondorian out. Although they know the chances of that are very slim. Mercy is not one of her defining characteristics. The other is to attempt to break into the maze through high-level magics, the way lunacy, they believe, has deposited Dondorian in there. Both have their risks. Portia Caliber and Animus favor stealth and magic over the Ereshki, Hallian, and Lundis favoring diplomacy. And it should be noted that if left to their own devices, Lundis cast the tie-breaking vote, since he was the most recent to die.
It's not recent. It's how many times you've died.
Yeah, he has died the most.
Yes, because it was a rescue before.
Right.
Do we know?
Well, it's also most recent because they were kind of level.
I mean,
and
yeah,
but and his was the last one.
Right,
so,
but like if Portia suddenly died, she wouldn't suddenly become the tiebreaker.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like a more catch up to.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do we know? Is the Lady of Pain? Is this what we're talking about? Is that her name?
Yes.
Okay.
Tiffany.
She's terrifying.
Queen of Blades.
She doesn't have a real name.
Okay.
She only has titles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Same.
Do we know who she associates with on any given day? Like another a god, a human.
You can make what sort of check would you like to make?
I would investigate, but I mean, I wouldn't want to do it alone.
No. You guys. So you guys are in a fact gathering place of this. That was part of your most recent thing. That's where you get some of the information of the twin brothers. But before we get to that,
Of course.
you can make a information check, either Arcana, Religion. You can try History if you like. You could try Nature. I don't think it's going to yield you any results,
Right.
but everybody got the chance to try it and see what they knew about the subject before doing the research. So
That totally makes sense.
So you can make a check, Ryan. You can as well.
I'm going to make an Arcana check.
Sounds good.
I'll make.
Religion.
Oh,
That's a natural one. So 2.
oh, mine's a nat 20 plus 9.
Okay, 29. Ryan, you haven't heard of this. As far as religions go, you got the empire's deities, and that's about it. Like what? There's 15 of them there. Why do we need more? What do you mean? That's dumb.
Yeah.
This Lady of Pain.
Well, she's not from our plane anyway, so like.
No, she is very obscure anyway.
Yeah.
You will have been familiar with her going into some arcane researches. Planar travel and things like that do come up. Sigil comes up in passing. You know that it is a city without doors or windows, atop an infinitely high spire. There are very few rules within Sigil. One, the first and second rule of Sigil Club is there are no deities allowed within Sigil.
Ooh.
None. There is only one, and that is the Lady of Pain. She rules it. Her will is manifest within the walls of that city.
Wow.
She has a race of attendants that keep to her. Even to have her gaze cast upon you is said to instantly flay skin from flesh. Many of the beyond her, the power structure of the city is relegated to guilds. That
Godless guilds.
they hold a wide variety of philosophical positions. Some of them do worship deities from other prime material planes, but
Not openly.
Worshiping something is fine, but the physical manifestation or presence of a deity within
That's even crazy.
that is not allowed. And so that is important. You would know that the maze with your 29 is a demiplane of purely the Lady of Pain's creation. She probably did not create Sigil, she probably manages it, but the maze itself is thought to be only accessible by her. So the fact that Don Dorian has been put there, if that is where he is, would be extremely. It would be a feat of extreme magical prowess.
I was gonna say, yeah. Okay.
Do
we have? Does she have a physical manifestation? Do I know what she looks
she
like?
Does.
Or have I heard what she looks like?
Yes, she does. She is feminine. She has no feet, as far as anyone can tell. She floats. Long robes. She wears a mask. And then usually like a fan of swords float behind her. And that's about all anyone has ever seen of her.
That's terrible. And this race of attendants, is it a specific race or is it one that she created? You said that. I wasn't sure.
You are. I am unsure about their history, so you are unsure. You just know that there is a race of residents within Sigil. They also tend to be. They're kind of like the groundskeepers of Sigil. They will fix things or do things that
it's not just her specifically. That whole race is Sigil bound, essentially. Not bound as in kept, but bound as in they're from there.
That is the belief. Yes,
Belief. Got it.
If they may have come from somewhere once a long time ago, but they are no longer from there, right? They are of Sigil, for Sigil, by Sigil.
Branded. T-shirts, hats, all of it.
Yep.
Cool. That was a lot more information than I thought I was gonna get. So
well, on a natural 20 with a 29, yeah, that's a good chunk.
I regurgitate that.
Yeah.
Somebody whispers her name. I say, "You mean the Lady of Pain?" And I'm sorry, he doesn't talk like that. Oh, you mean the Lady of Pain?
There you go.
It's a different character altogether that I don't.
So you guys are within the Warhound at the moment. What would you like to do?
So the split in conversation between the 3 and the 3, and them essentially going, well, we want to do this and we want to do this. I hate to sit down and be like, can you guys come into the room? But I think it's appropriate, since I have all of this info on this specific lady, if we can knock this out of whether or not this is what we want to do for sure. Because there was what was the other option? Sneaking in and talking, right?
Those are the two options they have devised. If you think of another one, that is fine. There's also the question that he may not even be in there, that he may be in that he may be in Pandemonium,
which is that's a plane, right?
Yes. The victors themselves seem to be focused on the worst case scenario, which is if he is in the maze. That is, Pandemonium is bad enough,
right? Which has Jarek been there, or has he been to? No,
none of you have been to Pandemonium.
I know we went to some other plane with the colors and gravity, and I had to create my own floor. That's
when we had Sigil Night.
Yeah,
we went to Pandemonium.
You did,
and we met the lady.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was like,
I peed a little.
It's a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So then the other option would be to investigate Pandemonium.
Right.
That would be the third.
So
I don't know if I want to send my friends there or I want to go there myself. but
Ye-
that would be a different option, right?
Right. You guys had also begun. Well, I'll let you guys talk about what you did last on
Yeah.
Monday. I don't need to.
So we discovered a old library or repository of old information that was guarded by a wannabe Warforged golem and his little wannabe Edison.
You say, oh, he was rather large. He was definitely wannabe, but he was rather sizable.
Oh, he was quite large. I forgot to mention. He was quite large. However, he was no match for the authentic ones.
You saw.
Yes. But we have discovered a large bit of information in regards to the creation of this world and
The creation of the entire world.
The universe, I think.
yes. So it's
War on me.
Jack me and I'm ready.
Cover me.
that's essentially, as always, everything gets undone by an idiot with no sense of what they're doing.
Don't worry, Testa. We love you anyway.
How dare you?
Is it because she's sharing her emotions? Whether or not they're true, she's sharing them.
Finish
with you.
story time. I won't interrupt anymore, I promise.
So as you talk, Edison kind of like sneaks around and then like just like pees a little bit of oil at your feet.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's cute. All right.
Please don't light a match and just
We'll walk away from this burning bed.
Ooh, your dog's on fire. 'Tis a stream.
But yeah, essentially, we received information in regards to the Lady of Pain and her relative disposition as into her relationship with the progenitors, if you will.
Brothers.
Yes,
it
the
seems.
brothers.
Gentlemen by the name of Rin and Quill. One's lost an eye, one's lost a hand. Is this flashing you back at all?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while. I had. I'm sorry.
You did. You really did. I would be pissed if you hadn't.
Progenitors. We're talking about progenitors.
Mhm.
So it appears that the Lady of Pain is a being of no small bit of power, and I would caution prudence in any case of dealing with her.
So they're creator gods, essentially, the two brothers.
Yes.
Mhm.
Do we know where they are, if anyone worships them or knows about them?
Well, they're in a book, and the old guild had some run-in with their apparati. People know about them. I'm not sure about them being worshipped anymore.
I merely ask because if we could talk to them and have a sibling conversation, that might help.
It may be
It
difficult.
also
gain.
could make it worse.
It could,
We
it
could
may-
destroy the entire universe.
it may be difficult to gain the audience of progenitors of the entire universe.
I mean, we're also trying to go into mommy's secret closet, so it's kind of
That is-
scary
that is a
on
good-
either
that is a
front.
good point. However, I, after speaking with Caliber and Animus, as well as some of the other victors, I believe that due to the unknown nature of where the Emperor is,
Mhm.
it may be best to at least attempt to eliminate an option.
Mhm.
So it is my official suggestion that as much as this could go horribly, horribly wrong,
Mhm.
it may be best to approach the
So a Tuesday.
exactly. What else is new? It may be best to approach the Lady of Pain
Herself.
Himself.
You would seek diplomacy. You would.
Don't we need to figure out where he is first before we go approaching anybody?
Well, that is the thing. We do not know where, because if we approach the Lady of Pain, and it winds out that he was never in her dominion to begin with,
Mhm.
and we can essentially eliminate both the maze and sigil, and then we know that we would have to go through.
Knowing what we know of her, do we really think it's going to be as simple as, oh, so sorry, just popped in here to see if the boy was in? He's not. We'll just shovel our asses out now,
Exactly.
and she'll be chill?
No.
Can you
No.
can you open the closet door for
Well,
just
I
a
would-
moment?
yes,
See if there's a
you-
man in there. Just a
Dorian!
Dorian, are you here?
Oh, I guess he's not here. Thank you so much. Sorry, we're trying to figure out which maze he's in.
Tesla just looks at you flatly, as well. That's just their general. That's just their general look.
Dorian, yeah, so he looks at me. Tesla looks at me.
Uh,
Wait, do you have those peopleless eyes?
I have glowing yellow
Fucking
eyes.
nonsense.
They just dim slightly.
If I'm ever a warforged, I'm gonna have eyeballs, but like mechanical ones that go like this, like chameleons. Just to make it even worse.
It may be best. Remember how I mentioned bringing the Lady of Pain an excellent gift in
Right,
order to.
one of the lunar key artifacts.
Ooh, very specific gift,
Yes.
and we happen to have a lunicist, but I don't want to ask him for his
Well,
stuff.
he
This was
doesn't-
his. This was his idea.
He made this an option.
He also
Yes.
doesn't have it. We'd have to go
We'd
get
have to
it.
go find it.
Oh my!
As you know, what else?
Is it in another person's closet?
But
Is it just sitting there?
I believe that because it may be difficult to discern where exactly the emperor is, so
Okay.
it may be next to impossible to discern whether he's in the realm of pandemonium or whether or not he resides in the Lady of Pain's dominion.
So the question is locating Dorian. Hands down, we have to do that.
Mhm.
Yes,
But how and where and with whom or why, all of that we're still trying to figure out.
and if we approach the Lady of Pain with the point,
Mhm.
which was the artifact,
Mm. She may be willing to at least
she may
crack
be
it open
at
a
least
little bit.
at least be willing to mention whether or not, because she is essentially all knowing within her domain. Is that not correct?
Right.
So
She could also lie,
she could, but this is
but hopefully the gift will.
exactly,
Hmm.
which is why, if at the very least we can eliminate one of the options, which is why I believe that is the most prudent course. But again, I am simply one person.
So going back, I believe diplomacy, at least we speak with her. Sneaking in, if she finds out, which
Sneak-
she should,
Sneaking in, we could find
With
out.
intense magic.
We could sneak in
Mm,
and piss her off,
mm, mm.
and in the aftermath, find out that maybe he was never there at all. Which
I,
would-
knowing this information, I am on the side of at least speaking to her. So going to Eduardo just for a second, we're in a place of gods, which, do I know enough? And this could be a religion check. Do I know enough to know if the people in this temple town have had run it, like, are gods willing to not come here, but are gods willing to speak here? They're willing to. I've had an experience myself where a god literally came down and was like, hey, I'm going to be in the snake form. I need you to do this for me. Please do this thing. You know what I mean? Is this a regular occurrence in this place?
Many people would say yes, that they take pilgrimages here specifically to
Oh,
to commune with deities and things along those lines.
right.
There has to be some reason why this island, this city of temples, has, even before the Republic, been a hub
Right.
of religious energy.
hmm
Um,
And a lot of these gods, they come from different planes, I would assume, or are they all located on our plane?
so
Sorry, this is
You're
like
okay.
if you want me to roll religion,
yeah,
I'm more than happy to.
make a religion check, please.
Religion is 4. 8. I don't
Okay.
know enough.
I will let you know the deities of this plane are specific to the plane, specific to the continent, in fact.
Oh.
They deities thrive through worship. So while the one of the big things, it's kind of commonly, well, I'll let you know because you've had enough run-ins. The Pantheon of Albrecht doesn't have a like chief demon or devil or
There's no Lucifer.
there's they all have their own domains. They're all both good and bad, but there is no like big bad guy. Because they have not named one, that is why you end up with things like Asmodeus, with the nine hells, realms that are not specific to
This plane.
to this place. There are so deities tend to reside in different planes or their own demi-planes. The ones that are not specific to a prime material plane would have a greater presence on, say, Elysium or the high heavens or any of those other major greater planes.
Okay, so the reason that I ask, and I'll just be open about it.
Yeah,
this is Eduardo time. Hi. I'm curious as to whether or not, since she has a relation in these brothers, or what we think are brothers, we're not certain on that, right? They could be second cousins for all we know.
Quill and Rin are definitely brothers. To
her, I mean.
Yeah,
that
it
type of
is.
relation.
It's strongly implied.
Okay. And there's a rule that I know now that no deities are allowed in Sigil.
Right. So
would she consider them lesser deities because she's a higher god, or are they? This is Eduardo. I'm not. Right. Does not know.
Sure.
Obviously.
That's fine. Well, and also with your 29.
Yes.
They would stand as something greater than a traditional deity.
I mean, Norda was there, and she's around.
Yeah.
So she can tell you they ran into the Lady of Pain when they were in Sigil, and something showed up that was how she was able to get out. I can't remember which one of them it was. The one with the net.
Mm-hmm.
Rin, and she was afraid.
Oh, of them.
Of him. I don't know.
Specifically.
I don't know if it's the other one is the same or not, but she was afraid.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm trying to see if there maybe it's not some long lost family fantasy in my mind, but if they were like, "Hey, how you been?" and they knock on the door and she's like, "Get the fuck out!" Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to like waste our
their relationship is quite obtuse.
And it's essentially ancient history. Nobody really knows.
Right. Yeah. There's no way to know. If you were able to find them,
I figure in a place where there's so much religion, someone somewhere in this room can go, "Oh, I feel like I talked to that guy once." Not this room, but this island.
I would say the closest thing you could do is go back to the book and investigate it.
Good. I mean, he wants to anyway, so that's at some point he would like to do that.
To get more information on the brothers or on their view of the lady. Right. Going back to the magic book is the step there.
Cool. Thank you for that. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to like play through that as a character and be like, "Oh, what a waste of time!" Like,
right. Okay. I got you.
That makes me feel better. Thank you.
I got you.
So the book for Jurek is where he kind of is leaning just for getting information's sake, even about her in general because he is curious. From the conversation that we've just had, right? He's leaning towards diplomacy, but he doesn't know enough about what it's worth. Because you could sit there and think he might be in that place. Please just open the door and check. Like, just check real quick. We won't waste your time. Well, but if he is in there, we can get him out of your hair because he shouldn't be. Like, But then it's the whole concept of she might be down with that. She might be like, no, I'm okay with it. Now that I've kept him for a while, he's been doing some jigs and dances for me. So, we don't know what the situation is, but I feel like Jarek is more, plus he's bad at sneaking in general.
Yeah. I don't think this
he has disadvantage on any sneak. Is, gameplay mechanic. But seriously,
I'm not comfortable sneaking in there.
Yeah.
Because if she catches us, we're done.
Yeah, I really think that diplomacy is our
Right.
best option in terms of.
So having something for Hal, so this would be more of a, we got to go find something that Hal can have access to, and when we find that thing, he's willing to essentially give that to her and say, hey, check your closet. Okay, got it. I keep calling it that. I'm sorry.
Well, because it's essentially like at this point,
it's her dimension. It's pocket dimension.
Yeah, it's essentially like, what do you have to lose?
Right.
So, if the least you could do is check, and you get this cool thing, and then once.
Well, yes, of course, that makes total sense to us. We're not Eon's old sword bitches yet.
With masks on.
I will be.
One day we'll all wear what is it, a kabuki mask?
A mask with a fan of swords behind
Jesus
them at all
Christ.
times.
So okay, I don't want to bogart the conversation. How does everybody feel if we bring a few people in, the House of Regulars? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would lore dump.
Sure.
Look, all this thing that I know.
They are pretty up to date with all of that.
Perfect.
Great.
And Jarek would explain why he's leaning towards diplomacy. I don't want to I love all of you. Magic is cool, but
no, their fear, diplomacy wise, is that if they alert her to his presence and he is in there, that she can in some way force him to stay.
Oh.
If she is unaware of his presence, then that is Portia and Caliber and Animus's argument as to the best chance of getting him out is to keep her unaware of that he's in there. If he's in there. And
that's a good question.
So that seems to be step one. Determine if he is in.
He's even in there.
Right.
They were in Pandemonium.
Right. There is technically a third maze. It is Baphomet's eternal maze within the abyss.
Jeez.
They do not think it is that one because none of the signs that they have seen from scrying on him indicate that.
Now, if we were to make it to Pandemonium, could you? You said you can't pinpoint his location now. You're getting ideas, but not really.
If we were to shift to
But
plane shift,
if
to
we were on the
Pandemonium,
plane,
could you locate? Could you find out if they were there, if he was there or not?
Potentially.
that's much easier
Because
than
if we could do that, we could just go there, find out.
Yeah, ask-
he's not
and if
here.
not, then-
Pandemonium. Do you have Dorian? No.
No,
Okay,
all right.
and then we leave.
Dorian.
Nope, not here. Sorry. And then we go back.
Well, sorry, didn't mean to bother you. Bye.
That's easier than starting a conversation.
Jarek does like that idea more, just so if we have a feeling that it's a searchable place, that's something that we can do, that doesn't involve another, God, no more contracts, please. No more,
No.
I can't.
So
We keep signing things and just being happy with it.
So yeah, I would say.
But yeah, bringing that up, Pandemonium, checking it out at least would not be a waste of our time.
No.
Just check it.
So just
get it out of the way.
We could possibly get Portia the plane shift and cast locate person.
Oh, we haven't been here, right? Do we know? All right, this is more of an investigation, I guess.
What?
What do we know about Pandemonium? Have we been there? Has anybody been there?
You guys can make Arcana checks
Yeah.
Here we go.
or history checks.
Thank you.
Arcana for me.
So I want to, because I'm trying, I know of a spell
11.
as Izzy. I
Mhm.
don't think Ryan will know of this spell.
Sure.
But can Ryan try to help Portia or ask Portia, is there any spell to contact
What spell are you thinking of?
Contact other plane.
Contact other plane.
I got an 18 on Arcana.
Thank you, 18 Arcana. What level is contact other plane?
5th level divination.
It is a 5th level divination. Make me an intelligence check. DC 15.
Who do I want? You know what, let's use the Rhine die.
Nature.
Natural 17 plus 1.
Yeah. So you do know of the spell. Contact other plane.
You mentally contacted demigods. Let's say someone on that plane. You have to make, the caster has to make an intelligence DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
On failure, take 66 psychic damage and go insane until you finish a long rest. If on a successful save, you ask the entity 5 questions.
Right. And so you're suggesting utilizing contact other plane
To ask someone on Pandemonium, hey,
right.
Is this person there?
Okay. A solid plan and thought.
Good job.
The question just becomes who.
Because I know I can't.
Well, I mean, we can find a ritual for it. That's less of the issue of gathering the spell or performing it. But the question becomes who resides within Pandemonium that we might be able to call upon. Usually individuals that utilize that information know of something on the plane to reach out to. But if we could find one, we have the opportunity to research a number of solutions. I'm not opposed to this. This could save us what would potentially be a very dangerous trip. With an 18, let me start to give you some of that information. Base information about Pandemonium. It is a plane of madness. It is a giant rock that is an MC Escher painting of dimensions and mazes, and it is filled with a maddening wind that tears through the entirety of the plane and forbids those upon it from dying.
Ooh.
That it exists purely to drive creatures mad.
Sounds so much fun. Vacation, relaxation, insanity, all of it.
Yeah.
Wind blowing through your hair. Beyonce fans.
Most of the plane's inhabitants are creatures that were banished to the plane with no hope of escape.
Would we know of any creature in particular that would reside on Pandemonium or that was banished there that may have learned?
That's the question.
Yeah.
With an 18,
No.
nothing springs to mind.
Okay.
Pandemonium is not.
I was going to say
It's not the abyss. It's not the 9 hells, right?
It's
Like
a very
the
mysterious place.
even if it's not mysterious, it's not famed for creatures that live there.
Okay.
You with an 18, you could probably name basic creatures that exist on most planes. Pandemonium isn't known for having residents
or visitors
for lack of
right.
most things that are on Pandemonium have been banished there so that they never come back and they go crazy while they're there. That is pretty much what it's been used for. You may be able to research something now, but just on on the 18 you just made.
Okay.
So you may need to go find like another temple, another repository of knowledge, another place to kind of dig in and research.
I believe that we may have a course of action.
Are you thinking Pandemonium first, check it out, and then do Lady Payne's closet? Or what are you thinking?
I am thinking that we limit as much contact with Pandemonium as possible and stay on the prime material plane.
You don't want to go there.
Look, If I don't have to go there, I will not go there.
I would say that going there is definitely a
Dangerous.
second course
I believe
of
that
action. If
our first course of action may be to at least try and find some thing to contact that is on that plane.
So we're looking for someone on this plane who maybe knows someone on that plane.
Or just someone on that plane.
Someone on that plane through some type of extra research that we may have to do.
Because we just need a name, right?
Yes, though I believe so.
I was gonna
right?
say sometimes the
Okay.
spells
Yeah, I was
you
like,
need
do
to
you have
know
to know
people
them,
or
or-
yeah.
Mm,
That's a
I
good question.
If something is banished to pandemonium, that is a big deal. So there should probably be some type of record of that.
make
I don't know if
you
it's
can all make intelligence checks.
Just base intelligence?
Yeah, just base intelligence.
Screw me. Ooh,
17.
19.
That's
Nine.
an 11.
19, 11, 17. Okay. You guys talk it over for a moment. You would need to know of something on Pandemonium, the name of it, or at least enough that you could identify and describe it.
Got
Right.
it.
I'm not going to make you go searching for like the true name of a
I need a painting.
right. like you for the purposes of this spell, that is enough. The danger of it is, you know, that Pandemonium drive, as far as you guys know, Pandemonium's howling winds drive most of its residents mad. You've got to hope that whatever thing you find that is there hasn't gone crazy.
God.
Now, some things may be better at not going crazy. Some things may be crazy to begin with, right? There's lots of options.
Right.
But just being transparent with the
Risk.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. I think that's totally
With the
reasonable.
pitfalls of the specific course of action.
Okay. So
research. I mean, we gotta look. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
We gotta for two reasons. A, because I need to drink some water. And get more.
Mhm.
Can I get access to this book? Do I have to go to somewhere specific? Who has it? What do I have to do to read it?
Yes, they can take you to the book.
Awesome. I would like to what language is it in? Just
In your
common.
mind.
Goddamn.
Yeah. It's so the scrolls on the outer side are primarily written in Elven, Giant, and Dwarven. No,
Cool.
something else. Orcish, not Dwarven. There's some Dwarven, but since it shares a script with Giant,
That was it.
that was the thing. Orcish, Elvish, and Giant. Those are the outer scripts that talk about life after the schism,
Mhm.
which is essentially the event where the two brothers turn on each other.
Correct.
After they have saved existence, they have a differing opinion of what to do next. And but the ancient history stuff comes to you via magical PowerPoint presentation.
Nice.
Right.
Nice.
So that is not an issue of
Understanding.
understanding. Yeah.
Good. Just in case anybody missed anything in particular, I'm sure they dug through the book as well as they could. I would like to double read, check it, take my time, sit down, I put my goggles on, just
Absolutely.
take my time.
What are you attempting to find?
The brothers, information about them in general, just because they're kind of already scary from what people have said.
Mhm.
I don't want to, if we have to speak to the sister and something happens with the sister, I don't want to piss off progenitor gods.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe I would like to read about that. The lady herself, I'm sure she's shrouded in all kinds of mystery, but if she likes cake, I want to read about the cake. If she, that type
so I
of,
can bring
you
her
know,
some cake and
then
make her
sure.
not want to kill me.
the last thing, more for interest, but also for maybe pliable information later, anything about that race of attendants. Where do they come from? Maybe why are they called sidekicks or whatever, just so if that's an in that we need to take, maybe they would also like a gift of some kind and say, she loves roses. Thanks for this chocolate. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
and I'm looking for tidbits. I'm willing to like sit there all night.
Okay. Make me an investigation check. Would anybody like to assist Jarek in this effort? Okay. Are the rest of you joining in the laser light show, or are you guys hanging out outside?
I'm standing guard.
You're gonna outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stand guard outside.
Okay. You guys can, Ryan, Madeline, you see the picked over corpses of those golems. They seem to be in a process of regeneration.
Yeah.
But it is at the moment seemingly a slow process, or that they are in an inert portion of it.
Okay.
They do not look to be immediately dangerous, but I will let you know that it seems the guardians of this place. Yeah, the door, when you guys had returned, had resealed itself. You are familiar with the traps on it, and with enough energy and effort, can any of you dispel magic? If you cannot, you're in the city. You can go get Portia, and she'll come and do it for you. Yeah. This is not. You are aware of these dangers, so
dispel magic real quick.
I'll get you a scroll. All right.
No, you to do
I know, but look. It's just as good.
I can dispel magic.
If you can't dispel magic, scroll bot is fine.
All right.
I can. And artificers can switch their spell.
It's a 3rd level spell.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So these golems.
It's okay, mommy.
For Izzy, these golems are no good.
Well, no, they're fine. They're protecting it. But if we're going to read the book, they're no good. If they're they're fine as they are.
I go out just a little bit, move a couple away from each other.
Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
the two.
There is a predator, which is like a dog cat, steel predator, and the giant golem. It's an iron or steel golem. You sort of move them around. Madeline, make me just a perception check on them.
Good call. Investigation plus times.
31.
Absolutely, yeah. Madeline, you actually describe to Ryan as he's kind of moving them about. It looks like as they are regenerating, they are essentially improving themselves.
They're learning.
I don't
like this.
Yeah.
What is it called? Skynet?
So it's
Jesus.
you had seen previously on the humanoid giant, on the iron giant, it had absorbed electricity. Well, one time the element had damaged it, and you can tell that that's part of what the gems on it do, and it sort of creates them within itself.
The gems?
Yeah.
Because we picked those clean.
You did,
There are new gems. Now.
They're not there yet, but you're starting to see like where they
Gem
bud.
seeds?
Yeah, and
I'd watch that.
it's much denser. It's very much in a state of chrysalis, so you can't really get in there and like pry the stuff out again at the moment. But you're also seeing that giant is growing like 2 additional arms.
Dope.
Because
That's
it's
terrifying.
prime. Well, it failed against you guys because it could not hurt you quick enough. So it
It's
is.
like, oh, I gotta
So
go faster.
so we're gonna go
I
fast.
gotta
2
go
more
fast.
arms.
We must hurt faster. And
I'm
the
doing the best I can.
yeah. No, I mean it's something that has
Learning from its mistakes.
Right,
It's
exactly.
fine.
Does Optimus make
We
any
all
more
have to do
noises while it's next to it?
not while it's in chrysalis form. No, unfortunately.
I'm trying.
So yeah,
I'm just trying to separate
you do.
any body
Yeah,
parts.
exactly. You can see the torso is mostly it's kind of crumpled in and is very much like metapod hardens,
Oh my
it fails,
God.
right? Like
I
it's
love
doing that at the moment.
So with the assistants, we both got 16s.
Nice.
Cool. the luck of that. And then plus my investigation, it's going to be a 25.
25. Okay. I would like both of you to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Here we go. Hello?
Ooh, it's a natural 1.
Mine's a 5. I love reading.
So it is less reading as you open the book. The book is massive. It's almost 6 feet tall on its own, and it projects throughout the room this illusory event, and that is how it sort of shares with you all of the information. You can kind of flip through the pages.
Learn about Panji.
There are moments in it that Tesla, in perfect unison, begins speaking the words.
I can hear it. Just I don't need your help.
Actually, it doesn't bother you.
Oh, I'm into it.
When he starts doing it, you're like,
That's surround sound.
Yeah, that's good. I like this. And you know it's weird. But it doesn't bother you. And that's the most upsetting part, is that you know this is not okay, that none of this should be happening, and yet you're just sort of fine with it. So,
Don't make me like you. That voice. Ooh, ooh.
information on the brothers.
Information on the brothers, Lady of Pain, or her subjects, essentially.
Okay.
Any of that.
Let's start with this. It primarily focuses on the brothers, so that is
Good to know.
easiest to know. Quill is the one who has often described in greatness of personality. Rin is the one described in greatness of stature. They cared very little for being worshipped. They cared very little for having worshipers or subjects. They cared far more about people doing what they were told when they were told to do it, specifically building things,
Architecture.
harnessing things. It seems that, and a lot of the descriptions of life after the schism is often described as being out from under the shield. And you're starting to get the feeling that that was not a metaphorical statement, that they didn't care about getting worship. They just wanted you to put up the damn Skynet, GlobeNet, whatever.
Mhm.
Like they're just like, build the damn thing, right? Here, look, technology, build something with it.
That's artificially heavy. I don't understand that.
Right. So to see them as deities would not be a misnomer as far as their abilities, but as far as their motivations, they are vastly different. They are sometimes referred to as the alien gods because they do not look like their subjects. They don't really look like anything.
With that said, is
Yeah.
there a visual that comes to that, or is it just the words? They don't look regular.
Humanoid, bejeweled is often a description. Statures are described, often described as living metal, as bug-like. They often have they're often depicted with 6 fingers and 6 toes.
Yeah,
No.
forgot about that.
It seems from what you can gather that they use sigil as like a hub for getting around to different places.
That's good to know. So maybe they do visit. There's a hub. Little sister, we brought you some candy.
The last big thing is that after the schism,
That's weird. I'm sorry.
So weird.
there's Rin's eye is plucked out.
Rin is the one with the eye.
Yeah, and he is damned to wander. And
The other one is the arm or the hand?
the hand. And he is forced to stay in what is described as a city of peace.
That's Quill.
Well,
City of Peace.
KWLL. Rin is RHYNN.
City of Peace.
Yeah, it is a city that wanders within a wandering city.
Wandering City.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try hard enough for that.
Oh no, we found it.
Oh God.
There is a sort of jumble of letters that names it. You're having a bit of trouble. It's the one thing that you're like, I'm not sure what this is.
Okay.
That is the
Can I get the letters and try to keep them?
they're alien. You can take the symbols down and try to decipher them later.
That's the question.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah, because they're just indecipherable symbols for now.
Which is weird for me.
It is. It's very weird for you.
So that was the information about the brothers.
Yeah, that is the information about the brothers. On the Lady of Pain, other than swords and mazes.
I'm curious why she keeps a maze. Do we know that, or is that something I am
Yes.
researching?
We know.
We know
why. Oh, we don't know why. Everyone's gonna have a hobby.
Yeah.
If I could control
some teacher.
interdimensional stuff.
Her brothers were really heavy into anime, and it soured it for her. So she was like, "Fuck it, I'm making the maze."
Yeah.
Dystopian drama.
Yeah, they're like, "But Dragon Ball." She's like, "Shut up, the maze."
Jeez.
Because the feminine is inscrutable and maze-like.
I like how you said
not
that.
wrong.
I liked where you got
Join us
there.
on Friday when I
The whole night.
when I start my dissertation on D&D and the feminine mystique.
But people would watch that, Megan.
No one would watch that. I wouldn't watch that, and I'd be
I
doing
don't
it.
know.
I'd be checking out as I was talking.
Breaking mirrors as you go. I refuse to look at this.
Pretty much.
Jeez. Breaking mirrors is bad luck, though, right?
7 years?
That's a long time. It's a third of my life. No,
No, it's
that's
not,
less.
child.
That's
No.
less than a third.
Let's talk.
Yeah, I was like, wait, that's wrong. It's like not even a fourth. Fifth. Oh God, the numbers,
Right.
fractions.
Um,
Lady of Pain. She loves artificers. She's really kind to them.
mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Her brothers are artificers. We know now.
Mhm.
We think.
Look, I was saying if I wasn't already obligated,
You were already spoken for.
if if I wasn't already obligated, I feel like that would be some people he would worship.
That's who. What's his face is going for? Rothgar.
Yeah, they're
Hmm.
pretty. They're sounding pretty cool. I don't know if he wants that because he hasn't met them with their nets and stuff. You know,
Yeah, and
they're
weird.
missing a hand and
the
their
other
eyeball.
one's got 6 fingers. It's just fucked up.
Let's be okay. So the question, and this is not for Cody, more for us out here. If we could find said magic eyeball, because it probably still exists,
Mhm.
and we could find said magic hand, because it probably still exists,
Mhm.
do you think that they have each other's eyeball or hand? Or do you think they threw it away into the abyss and were like, fuck
Do
you?
you remember in the home game?
Mhm. I'm just, yeah.
Okay. Are you asking us as players? Or are you asking us as characters?
Not all of us know.
You go ahead, sure.
Yeah, once upon a time in the home game, Maddie got the fucking eye. Not Maddie, Maddie's ex-wife, because she lost an eye, and this guy rolled into town. He's like, I have this thing, but it comes with a hand. I'm like, oh, all right, that's weird.
We
But
didn't know.
we'll keep the hand. So she had the eye, and then someone lost a hand.
It was something, yeah.
No, he had it chopped off. No, he lost the hand. We gave him the hand, and then he had his eye removed so he could get the eye. Yeah, it's messed up. Yeah.
So,
But the eye was cool because it let you do a cool thing.
No, the eye was not cool. Neither was the hand. No. This is the Matthew evil all over again. No, but it's not fun. Stay the fuck away. That shit enters.
Right.
You run the other direction. That being said,
It is literally
it's hand and
the-
eye back now.
it is the basis. It predates.
Yes, and it doesn't do what those pieces do.
No, because what
But it
those pieces
changed-
do was clearly too powerful, and some designer smarter than I went, yeah, we can't put that in a game. And then I tried to put it in
And
a
what
game.
it did for me was different from what it did for Kai.
Right.
Yeah,
but-
it was
Mhm.
a little more specific.
I just remember a lot of like, what do we do with it? There's a lot of what do we do with it?
There's a lot of what we do with it.
Yeah.
It's messed up.
I don't want to find them, but I just wanted to bring it up.
Well, Kai still has the eye.
Isn't he in the, what's it called?
No, he came back.
Oh, he's not in the
He was in the
Doom Vault?
He was in the. Oh no,
That's his house, right?
no, it's not.
So Kai was a character that was played by
because he
Matthew.
was insufferable.
And we eventually went to a place called the Doom Vault.
Mhm.
And we eventually worked through it. It took a long time and a lot of tears and sadness. But eventually Matthew said, yeah, that's where Kai's going to just live. And we were like, the fuck you are. I think he did live there for a while, though.
No, he didn't.
He didn't?
No.
You didn't let him?
No, fuck that. None of us got what we wanted. He doesn't get to live in the fucking Doom Vault. He went searching for. Oh no, because he had to give the.
It was
Eye
it was
back?
something. It was
The
Yeah.
hand.
He had to give the hand back. Quill took it away from him. It was awesome. He went into like a dream. Because he died,
Mm-hmm.
and Quill was like, "You're weak. Give me my hand back," and snapped it back off of him, which is dope because Kai sucked. Kai sucked, Matthew. And,
Will was going to revive him, and then Kai,
and then he sassed it.
Kai got lippy, and
Yeah,
and
he just snapped him out of existence.
and
bro.
Quill was like, I don't have to revive you. Die.
Jeez.
"Die,
Jeez.
motherfucker." It was stuff.
We did a lot of weird things, and I was into it.
Yeah. My
I think I
games
would-
are often very weird. I apologize.
so
That's D&D, though, right?
yes.
This is regular for you guys out there. Please tell me what's the weirdest thing that you guys have done in your game.
I don't have the name of people that attend to her. I will find it at some point.
That's fine.
That's kind of,
But you get a name. I get a name.
Sure.
Sure.
yeah, literally. That's kind of all there is about her. There's nothing else.
That's very concerning to me.
Yeah.
it should be.
In a progenitor god book.
Yeah.
With lots of races putting info in.
Mhm.
And then magically CGI'd whatever. in front of me.
It focuses primarily on the conflict between the outer idiot and the brothers, and she is at best a supporting character that runs a bus terminal.
Look, there's footnotes. There's a sequel. There's a part 2, and I want it. It's about her. She's the
So,
lead character.
During all this, I'm also, we could say at some point in the day, because I forgot to do this
Mhm.
last session, and it just came up in my head now, analyzing the golem longsword that we got.
Okay.
I do have like identify, so that's just like a
Yeah, you cast identify on it. Roll me a percentile.
training. Just why did I hold on? I rolled 2 d10s because like I'm dumb.
I forgive you.
Thank you. 28.
28. Um,
It's the best friend sword. How did we get another one?
Oh man, that's someone else's roller coaster.
There was a few months there that I really was worried, not just about Madeline, but also Megan. I was also
What?
worried
She
about
was good. She was
Megan.
fine. She was
Okay.
fine. She had a friend for the first time in a long time.
Oh.
It felt good. Felt the warmth of acceptance, of understanding.
This reminds me, we've spoken about this randomly. Your crew.
Mhm.
Is there anyone there that you specifically like sit down and like have a drink with, or?
Well, they're. I don't know where they are.
I thought they were with us. I apologize.
No, because I don't have a ship.
It is, yeah, so it is a magic sword.
Okay.
It does not have a plus to it, but once per short rest, you can teleport up to 30 feet before making your attack.
Okay. That's cool.
Excellent.
Yep. Similar to Misty Step.
That'll give you an extra. Does it? Is Misty Step the one where something happens when you get there, or is that? No, I'm thinking of. Is it Dimension Door? There's something that does like force damage.
Misty Step doesn't do it.
Yeah,
I know there's one. That's probably
that one
later.
just lets you move.
Cool.
It's a bonus action.
Booming something.
Yeah, I think you know what I'm talking
it's a
about.
Xanathar spell.
Yeah, it's something where you land in a place and it goes boom.
Yeah.
It's like force damage.
All right. I think I know what I'm gonna do with this.
Okay. Sounds good.
Melted for pots.
Okay.
That was all my information
That
for
was
the
it?
book. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted.
What would you guys like to do?
So I believe that we have figured out Jurek has the information, Ryan has the information.
Oh, we were gonna
So, but
the other planar being.
Yeah,
we need
so
to research that.
we need to research any planar being that resides in Pandemonium that may be able to be aware of
Yeah.
what else is on that plane.
Who's capable of sending people to Pandemonium? Is that a godlike ability?
It's a plane,
Or is it
it's plane
magic?
shift.
Magic.
It's plane
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah.
So
Make why don't you guys roll investigation checks? Everybody can roll one. As
This is one good.
you're researching to see where to go to find that out.
25.
19.
Nice.
17.
Nice. Okay. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. There is a
Hi. Welcome to the All You Need to Know store. Come on in. What would you like to know? Oh, we've got information on the Lady of Pain. Please step forward.
Will only cost your soul.
Just part of it. Not even full soul.
Just the hand bit.
You know what? Under that mask, she's probably insectoid.
Insectoid.
God damn it. Insect-like. I don't know why I added syllables in there. Insectoid.
there
Still
is
pretty though. Just a butterfly with a big like schnozzle. Forgot what it's called. Yeah. The swords represent the wings that were ripped off of my body. Something weird like that. I didn't want to know. She also has 6 fingers. She likes manicures.
you guys know that there is there's a deity that is a part of the pantheon that is not worshipped a lot. He's part of the lower court of deities. His name is Panix, Panehx. He is the deity of deceptions, of of lies, of gambling, of crime, betrayal.
Not exactly the most trustworthy.
I don't know. It sounds dope to me.
Yeah, he's a
He's
fairly
not worshipped by good people.
yeah, he's a fairly shady figure, but
I agree.
one of the things you put together is that there is an inherent flaw in the Albrechtian legend. I'm sure I've said it many times, but Albrecht's crusade, what did he do during his crusade?
He took all the other god-like beings from all the other races and said, "Too many gods!"
Yes.
And said, "Nah," and essentially wiped that clean.
Everybody got one.
Everybody got one racial god. That is
Mhm.
correct. And then the pantheon itself was like,
Yep.
these gods, that's a good question I don't think I've ever asked. Did these gods already exist?
No.
So he essentially said, you are now the gods
Yep.
of this
We're
world.
going to amalgamate all this together.
Interesting. I
Right.
didn't get that.
And then for everything else, the other part of the sentence that is important is he killed or tamed all of the wild gods.
Tamed.
Mm-hmm. There is you think that there were old gods that may have resided or been native to Pandemonium. All of their existence would have been wiped away if any deity has that information. It would be Panics.
On Pandemonium specifically, or all the gods that were destroyed?
He would probably have it on if there's a god that was destroyed and survived. Then
Pandemonium probably knows.
Well, then Panics would know of it.
Sorry, correct.
That he would be the one in charge of that lie, essentially, that propaganda.
Okay.
The propaganda that it's dead or that it's alive?
That it's dead.
Okay.
If it isn't, it might be, but it's a little bit of a long shot. But
Panics is a god.
Panics is a god.
How does one contact him?
He has temples here.
Yeah.
Where the true temple is a bit of a
Lie.
it's a bit of a guess,
Jeez.
given his nature.
You want to roll those triple zeros?
Here we go.
Down the street on the left. Wasn't hard to find.
He is also associated with the undead
I've been to an undead place.
because their existence is a lie. They're not truly alive.
Mm-hmm.
And they would not fall under the domain of
Forgot his name.
yeah, so did I. It just Reberos
I was gonna say R. Okay.
of Reberos, because he keeps things in the land of the dead.
So this is a good question. More for Eduardo's memory than anything else. But we originally, one of Drurick's first games. So he was this Avagoy? No, this was Drurick. Because it was the Animus.
Yeah, recovering animus.
Recovering animus thing. He knows enough about Reberos to go, Reberos doesn't like that this exists because he can't take claim over it.
Right.
Wasn't there another, was it the water? No, I'm thinking about if people died at sea.
Sathsa keeps secrets, and those that die at sea.
Yes.
Reberos keeps the secrets of
Everybody else that dies.
secrets.
and those that are alive.
Interesting. Okay. Associated with the undead. So we would need to look for somebody, or I should say a temple that would be okay with the undead. Or is it the opposite?
It's probably hiding.
Mm,
The true temple of Panax is most likely.
Hidden.
Yeah.
What is it? What's that term? Hidden underneath your nose or whatever it's called?
In plain sight.
Yep. Can we try to go to Rebros Temple? And
Sure.
I feel like that seems like a
It's a
panic
place
thing
to
do.
start. Sure.
You'd be like, oh, I'm pissing you off, bro. I've been here the whole time.
And it may also help facilitate contacting him if that turns out to be the option.
Well, if it's his temple,
Yeah.
right, that would be the place I would assume for us to. Yeah, I'd like to, with that thought process in mind,
Mhm.
hidden under the nose kind of deal, see if there's, I don't want to case the joint, see if there's temples or spaces in that area that maybe aren't as occupied as they could be, or that kind of.
Yeah, Madeline, make me a history check, please. Give you advantage.
14.
It takes you about 3 hours of wandering around, looking for stuff, looking at signs. You guys spend like a good 20 minutes on like a sign that is written poorly, but you're like, but if you stand over here
Oh my
and
God.
you see it cuts off right there, then like it just ends up not really being.
Oh, look, it's a
something.
hidden Mickey, but it's not.
It's yeah.
Just 3 circles.
You end up passing by this sewer grate that reminds Madeline of some earlier times in the city when you guys were looking for the
Secret.
former guild masters
Secret. Yeah.
Mm.
of
We needed the coin to like
the
pass through.
Sathrian
Sorry,
Brotherhood.
off
Yeah,
the way.
Mhm.
Not
No.
to Rick.
I know, but Madeline remembers it well enough.
It's called Pepperidge Farms.
Yeah, and down into those tunnels you guys go.
But for first, I'm going to tell them about that time for 10 fucking minutes.
Go time, guys.
17 hit points. It might not be, but you know what?
Assassins used to live there. and-
We're dealing with gods now. I'm not fucking.
Yeah.
I'll talk at you guys all damn day. Okay.
Yeah.
I am a grandma.
And did she mention that you needed a secret coin to get that gate?
You have them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You guys
that's
take
right. That's right. We do.
you take your coins of the Sathrian Brotherhood. And they allow you to pass through what is otherwise a solid metal grate down into the network of subterranean tunnels and old temples and sewers, where a hidden safe house had been.
Is this the poison?
It was one of the.
Well,
This
I'm asking.
this is this particular one, the one that was under the original Temple of Reberos, was where you found Rendon, Animus, and
Right.
it was their safe house.
Okay.
So you have a point of reference from here. Now there are other tunnels that had remained unexplored as you guys were traveling to that particular place.
I remember. Well, probably.
And now that you're in the subterranean world, you can begin to
Make
search.
lefts and rights and.
Yeah. How would you guys like to go about this? Who's up front? What lights do you have? What are you guys
Can
up to?
we? You can't see.
Drift globe?
We can't. Yeah, we'll drift globe. Light, not daylight.
Got it.
I've got goggles of night, so I don't mind Using that if we need to be like a little bit more separated, but I'm assuming we're just
It's the four of you.
securely walking through this tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the front.
I'm in the front.
Noted. My suggestion would be to make the first left, whatever that left is, and just see where it takes us.
Mhm.
Okay. So wandering at random is what I have heard described.
Also, I will pass out my infusions whilst we are
Getting this
walking.
figured out. Yeah.
Because you already have +2 armor, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Then Maddie,
Mm.
get a nice +2 to your AC.
Danke.
One day I'll get there.
Do you have a shield, right?
Yep.
Propulsion shield.
Sweet.
There it is. And
That is fun,
you know
especially
what?
for somebody who gets hit a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, on purpose, right? Like that's the point of a shield, is to take the hits.
Yeah. And Drick, might as well give you a +2 AC as well. You're wearing armor, right?
Yes,
Is it already enchanted armor?
my greaves are, but they're part of
Can
my
I
armor.
try
Okay.
praying to
So yeah. They aren't
parents?
+2, are they?
Sure.
No,
Okay.
it's
Okay.
currently +1.
Hey,
But
it's
this
me,
is-
your boy.
So,
When they're done.
So that's a good
so
question.
Currently, my +1 shield would go to a +2.
No, it's a +1 shield, but it has the effect that if every after you get hit by a melee attack, you can use your reaction to push the attack up to 15 feet away.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a reaction.
I have a lot of reaction
Reaction.
spells I can
Yeah,
use
it's
now.
nice. So this is a good question. So I already have enhanced defense. I purposely put them on my arm braces because one of them creates my shield and the other one. So it's part of my armor.
Right. I don't think that they can
They
stack.
don't stack.
That's
So
why I was like, I don't.
Then I'll just throw a +2 to one of Maddie's swords. Then.
So no AC, just sword?
No, you get both.
Oh, plus, thank you.
That is artificers or support class. That is what
So
we do.
it supersedes the pluses on your weapons already.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't
it
add to
does
that.
not add.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if you have like a +1, it becomes a
I was
+2.
kind of doing that wrong last time, but I also couldn't hit for shit last time. So,
It happens.
Oh,
right?
guys, can I show this off?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at
It's
that.
on the notebook.
Ooh,
Yeah.
provision in
That's my-
storytelling.
see
That's
if I can-
my Warcraft Dungeon Master
Look.
book.
Cool.
That's great.
That
Which is my
that is
regular
on the
note-taking. And it's
Threadless.
redless.
And
And
Threadless
it's,
shop.
it's also a pin. that
it
has
is a
been
pin
Unlocked.
I love that.
and magnet. I believe we've unlocked the
Yes.
magnet. Well, we haven't solidified the magnets, but we did get a couple of tester magnets of that specifically.
Yes.
So
It's cool.
and
Sorry, I
all of
got
that
excited.
stuff will be available in the shop after we now that the Kickstarter is closing. I am missing that thing, but that is Te Panky. Your prayer, please.
Yeah. Panics, it's me, your girl, Maddie. Feel like we get along. Getting to see your temple. I'll show you as you show me mine.
Make a persuasion check.
That isn't 100% Maddie.
I think he liked that last time.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Okay. Roll me a percentile.
46.
Okay. You don't feel any immediate response, but you're not a terribly religious person.
No.
So if it's not super obvious, you're not sure that you would necessarily catch it.
Okay.
Um,
My passive stuff have anything to do with any of it? Like my passive perception?
oh no.
I'm picking up on stuff? Okay.
No. Your what is your passive perception?
just because it's a 22.
It's 22. That is very impressive.
Yeah. I just wanted to say it.
Yeah.
Because I'll never use it.
What's it based off
You will.
again?
Wisdom
10 plus your
Instead-
perception.
or perception. That's it.
I would like all of you guys to roll me percentiles, please.
Ooh, here we go.
Where are we going? Okay, 65.
Same.
65.
Oh, nice. 95.
95.
29.
I think it was just a
800.
4008.
008 is
Yeah.
just 8.
Boo. I don't know. It might have been
800
good.
on a D100.
Fuck.
Here's the time. Someone rolled 2 nat 1s on a percentile twice in a row. I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Satan was with us that day.
The power of Christ compels you.
not today.
It does happen.
Those ones, that's just regular water. Ain't doing it special.
I still have a holy water flask.
Why do you keep throwing water at me? I'm a demon.
Hey, it worked.
I'm not even sizzling. You're doing it wrong.
You guys are traveling throughout the tunnels. Who's up front?
Hi.
Thank you. Make me, what's your passive perception?
Passive 15.
Nice. As you're traveling to the left, take a circle, head down to the right. You go up a level, you go down a level, down another level.
As we're traveling, I'm literally, anytime we come to an intersection,
Sure.
I just let my trident fall and that decides.
Great. Perfect. I'm going to say you guys wander. You wander for about 4 hours. You find some of the Sathrian marks, and you start to recognize that there are some that are very good fakes. Only because you are intimately familiar with the Sathrian Brotherhood would you, one, know to look for them, or two, be able to tell the difference between them and something else. There are certain just degrees and placement issues that the Brotherhood itself does not utilize. And this, after about 4 hours, starts to be your guide. It takes you that long to kind of gather the basis of information for them. You get deep into the what is more the undersewer, unused places filled with water basins, filled with filth and muck, places that are rarely cleaned out or underutilized, places that even the assassins don't tread. You make me survival checks, please.
11.
15.
24.
13.
Okay. You guys are able to make your way through this deep underbelly without contracting the sewer fever. You keep yourselves wrapped up tight and whatever sort of bugs and things like that live down here. You're able to scare away whatever rodents and there are even instances that you're quite certain that otyughs are avoiding you. You have come. Congratulations, boys and girls. You have made it to a level that things are beginning to be afraid of you.
Good.
Yes,
They should be.
finally.
And then you come to a waterfall. Clean water that washes in from what is it doesn't look like a storm drain up above. It doesn't look like part of the city. It looks more like natural rock. But there is from what well, none of you are sure. None of your survival checks were necessarily high enough. But as you come out of this particular tunnel, there is about a 20-foot gap. And on the other side, you can see just this rush of loud running water. You look down, it goes down about 100 feet into a deep, fast moving sort of underground river. And you can see it sort of flowing down that way. And it's about 60 feet up, where you can see the break of light, fading light. It is near dusk at this point. You guys have been traveling for a while, wandering around. What would you like to do?
I am debating. Can I roll an intelligence check to see if he would even think of this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 10 right in the middle. God damn it.
I mean, he's pretty intelligent. What are you?
He would like to. He's suspicious. Of clean anything since we've been through the dirt for quite a while.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if it's actually clean water or dirty water or poisoned water or trick water or electrified water. He doesn't know. I hate to do this, but can he take Archie and just go, hey buddy, let's fly through that real quick?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't want to kill
Absolutely.
him,
Make a.
I can.
Archie won't be able to fly through the water. The water is coming down fast enough that if Archie tries to fly through, he could fly around it. It's not like it.
Yeah,
there is a curtain. You can't see what's on the other side. It's not infinitely wide. He could fly around it, but if he tried to fly through it, he would just get like whoosh.
More on the more alchemist side of it. Now that I've thought about it, he's got vials and stuff. Can he get some water? Can he sample water?
Sure.
Can he?
Yeah,
Let's
absolutely.
do that.
He catches a little sample of water. You see him sort of like he has to do it real quick, like and yeah, because like when it catches him a little bit, he's like whoop, and like you lose sight of him and he pops back up.
Yeah.
Oh,
actually, so let's explain. So Archie, tiny little ball about this big. He's got wings that go back and they flutter and he flies over. When he does that, exactly what we just said, he's got 2 spider arms that go shink and they carry the little bottle and he almost dies and then he comes back.
Nice.
I forgot to describe who Archie was. They're probably like, fuck is Archie? My little friend, my little homunculus.
And my buddy. So yeah, he comes back with the water. What would you like to do to it?
I would like to take my tools and see if I can test it out. See if I can maybe dilute it or where's it like I don't know how specific I can be with it, I guess, but
sure, make me a alchemy check.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna take my trident
and
just chuck it at the water.
Yeah, make a strength-based attack roll.
25. 11 plus
26.
26. Yeah, goes through the water, hits a wall, sticks for, sticks. I'm going to say it looks like there's enough room on the other side of the waterfall that the trident isn't getting hit by the falling water, so it's just there. As best you can tell, this is natural water from the mountain snow, melting snow, or rain.
Cool.
It has sediment and like silt in it, but other than that, there's nothing inherently dangerous or caustic or poisonous about it.
Good to know. Thank you. How far was this again for us? Between the
20 feet to the front of the water, you suspect there's another ledge behind that curtain. It's about 20, 25 feet.
Okay. I mean, other than a running jump, I don't know how I'm gonna get over there. Any ideas? I can cast fly, but I don't want to just do it to one person and then
Like
everybody.
Are there any beams or pipes?
what you have terminated in the end of this tunnel, essentially, and
Oh, I have spider
it is
web.
just rock surface on left and right. There are no more pipes or beams or anything that are.
And this is, but like so we're hallwaying
Mhm.
waterfall.
Yeah.
Is this a tube?
No.
This-
Open.
This is open?
Yeah, open air.
Okay. So
Open
but it's
air.
just 25 to the next bit of
Mhm.
okay, and there's nothing in there.
Up above,
Yeah.
60 feet, you could get on the surface
Okay.
from what you can see.
Some of my trident back start
Yeah.
tying a rope to it.
It returns.
And how far down?
100 feet down,
Hmm.
60 feet up.
Is it a long cavernous, like, oh, I don't know, I can't see the other end, or can I see a wall and I can like walk
To left to
around.
right.
Like shimmy against the wall? Not that that's what I'm planning.
Yeah,
but-
no, I got you. Probably about 25 feet to your left. And I would say only maybe 15 feet to the right. Looks like it's kind of like a crack in the earth where this water would be falling naturally,
Makes sense.
to like an underground kind of river.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just sort of a break in that.
Okay, so while he's getting everything set up with his trident and throwing stuff across, and can I
Another attack when you're ready.
Yes.
can I
27.
27. Okay. Yeah. In there hard.
That's it.
Yeah. You give it a good test. It's solid. But now that there's something that the waterfall is catching, it's starting to put strain on the impact, right? You have hammered something into rock face, but you're not there to see how secure it is. So right now, it would take it'd take a good athletics check to pull it out, but between the weight of a person and the falling water, you're not sure. You just because you can't see it, like it feels solid, but at the same time,
So what I would like to do is, and I've learned this from
Mhm.
falling off of moss and landing directly on my face. I'd like to cast spider climb
Mhm.
and take my time to make sure I can get around.
Okay.
You said one was 10 feet, the other one was 25
Sure.
feet.
Yeah.
Obviously, I want to try to make the shorter distance so I can get to his trident and make sure it's secure.
Okay. Yeah. So go ahead and make me just a flat dexterity check. It's wet rock surface, but just make sure you keep your balance.
This is a 9.
This is a 9. Okay. You're taking it slow. You slip at one point. You're able to recatch yourself with the spider climb slippers. You take, I'm gonna just say, 2 points of fall damage, just sort of scraping along the face. It's similar to walking on a mopped floor, right? It's less about you falling down the thing and just
I
slipping.
more like hit my shin real hard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You make your way around.
At some point, I have to go through the waterfall, I would assume.
You can actually go. You can go
There's more
complete.
space back there.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's enough space right behind the waterfall, so it is very intensely falling on the front. On the sides, it's less so. There's just part of it. So it's not very hard.
Cool.
So you get back there. There is a ledge. There is another sort of tunnel. That whole thing is maybe like 5 feet deep. I'll give you a 10 feet deep. That way you can all stand there.
Yeah.
Fit. The trident is into part of that stone circle and looks pretty secure. The waterfall is, however, very heavy in it. Make a perception check.
Archie's with me as well. So I just wanted to say that before. He's only got a 9. Oh, but I've got a 15 plus 6, I think. So 21.
Yeah. You can see, worn by the fall of the water and the rain, here is the symbol associated with panics. It is this undead eye on some form of insect, and there is hidden among the iconography that you're able to pick out pretty easily a statement in common that says let those unwashed of their lies speak the truth to enter.
Truth to enter. Is it an actual door? I forgot to ask. What
Looks
am I looking at?
looks like a big stone disc.
One of those.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
That you suspect either a or maybe like a coin.
Got it. Once
For
again,
technical terms.
just to repeat.
Which is it? Is it a one or a
We're about to find out. I want a sound effect when the door opens.
Sure.
Let those unwashed of their lies speak the truth to enter. Fuck. I have done this before with a goddess.
Speak friend and enter.
Okay, so I roll. I have secured it.
Mhm.
I just read that.
Mhm.
I want to message because I don't know what's going on.
Oh, fair, yeah.
Message
Sure.
him and be like, is it good over there? Can I start sending people across?
Well, it's secure, but I think we have a problem. Because, and then I just say, let those unwashed of their lies speak the truth to enter. I think I understand what that means, which might be a problem with this waterfall. And then whether or not you understand that, I'm going to say, please try to communicate that with everyone else to see if they get it.
Word for word.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You get the message train going.
Yep.
Now, I'm okay because I'm dry. But
Well, then speak the truth.
Eduardo agrees. Drake is like, I don't know if he's going to be speaking no truth today.
This is how we get him.
No!
Oh no! Oh no! Looks like the rest of us can go through. What's your truth, bitch? Stare right down the camera until the boys and girls move.
Be there.
Jeez.
Against the water.
This is finally happening.
Maybe we could find a way around it. He's got no, he can't waste time. We gotta
How many fucking truths do you have, man? Come on.
this is one big one. This is one big one.
Didn't say big one.
True. Okay. Actually, So he's gonna say, you can start sending people over, and he's gonna go up to the rock and start whispering before they get there.
Okay.
I'm so happy.
The lightest over first.
I have a very special being in my life, and I respect her greatly. And I'm doing a lot of work on her behalf. Do you need to know her name? And he's just gonna hold. And before they get there, he's gonna like look around. Her name is Loth. She's the queen. Queen of spiders. Spider queen. Elves like her a lot. And I work for her sometimes. Not yet. It's not full-term contract.
I'm interning with Wolf. Don't tell the rest of them.
My work with her is very special.
I'm on a temp contract.
No.
I'm trying
And he like keeps checking to
My
see.
90-day
Make an
probation
athletics
isn't
check.
done, but I really feel like it's working. I don't know.
I'm holding the other side. Yeah.
I got you.
Dirty 20.
Okay. You barely hold on. You're good most of the way when you hit that waterfall part though. And you're doing the like shimmy with your legs over the rope and upside down. The waterfall hits your torso and just all that weight suddenly like your feet give and you rapidly sort of pull yourself through. Yeah.
I know how we're climbing.
Yeah. when you start to pull up, like Madeline's climbing through the waterfall. She looks oddly clean coming through the waterfall.
Her soul is clean.
Well, you don't know, but she looks oddly clean. You do feel like there's a little bit of play in the door.
Interesting. There was some.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you hesitate to open it right now because you don't know if it's like a one in, one out situation.
Right. I don't want to leave my friends behind.
Exactly.
The whole point of I want to.
So,
keep it open.
but that part has been accomplished. Who's going next?
I will.
Okay,
Me and Edison.
you and Edison.
Do I need to make a roll for Edison as well?
How are you getting Edison across? He cannot climb a rope. So is he on your back?
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna say he is. I'm pretty darn strong for being a very intelligent creature.
Okay, what is your strength score?
15.
15. Okay, so I believe that means your maximum carrying capacity is 225 pounds.
Yes.
What is? Do you know how much Edison weighs?
Edison weighs.
We've said like a $140.
Yeah.
With your gear and stuff, are you at disadvantage? Are you at capacity?
I am just a little over because with all of my tool bandolier, that
puts you
at,
just over, huh?
So I'm at 101. Hold on. I have 10 pitons that I don't think I would actually like carry.
Okay. So you want to drop those?
Yeah, which I think if I drop those.
Okay. We'll take them off.
Because they're like two. It's like that. Well, I'm really just like.
I was gonna say, does he take them off like slowly? Do they take them off?
He's
like,
got time to like drop
them.
stuff. Yeah.
Secure the other end of the rope with them.
Getting rid of the torches. Because we have the drift globe.
That's coming in oddly handy for you guys.
It really has.
Yeah. Just all the time you're like drift globe.
What do I need a backpack for? I've got all my tools right here. I'm really just like going through. What do I need block and tackle for?
To fish.
Yeah.
In this clean water.
And
so
common clothes. I don't wear clothes.
Yeah, we've been meaning to talk to you about that. It feels weird that I have to be the one to broach the subject, but I drew the short straw. We'd
everything
really
that's not
appreciate it
like
if we didn't see your tools hanging out.
pretty much anything. I mean, they don't. All they have is tools. Tools everywhere. Yeah, which brings me down to 69.5 pounds.
Yeah. So that
Um,
gets you to 209.
yeah. So
Great.
there's, like,
There you go. Okay.
it's an athletic check. 15.
15. You hit that water and you are going to fall or you're going to lose Edison. You and Edison fall together or he falls and you make it.
I can't lose my dog again.
Okay.
Um,
So you
Yeah.
slip, you reach down to grab him, and you guys watch as he loses Tesla loses his grip and goes careening down into the waters below.
Featherball
Has a-
reaction.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm
You're
still
gonna cast
going into
Featherfall?
I'm still going into the water.
I was waiting to see
That's fine.
who did what.
Absolutely. So yeah, you turn, you catch him with Featherfall. You're holding on to Edison, so the two of you together
I realize
begin to
he's
slowly
huge.
descend.
Can I try to get his wrist or something with my whip?
I'll allow it because he cast Featherfall.
Okay.
Is this
that
the
an
magical
attack?
one? The magical whip? Didn't we find a magical whip a while back?
The S&M whip.
What did it do? We never found out what it did.
Oh, I could have cast Identify at some point.
Yeah,
We
you
got the S&M. We got it from the Incubi Succubi.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What does it do?
it's not helpful in this. You can cast like
Thunder.
yeah,
It was
Thunder Wave
Ooh, pretty cool.
out the end
Thunder
of it.
wave or crack? Like, is it just the sound?
No. It's the spell. Normally you have to center it on yourself.
The one that he does?
No, I do. Well, I can do Thunderwave, but I do Thunderclap
Okay.
mostly.
Thunderclap's the cantrip version
Ooh,
of that.
good.
Yeah.
It's a 24.
24. Yeah. So
Help
both of you make
me, Jack, help me.
you two make athletics checks. You can have advantage because he is helping you.
Okay.
So athletics,
Athletics?
please. Yes.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
That is a 11.
Just barely.
Oh, good. Oh, phew.
He almost slips and falls again.
Jeez.
Almost takes the whip with him.
Now we have a problem.
Okay. You make it up there. You have been through the waters. You and Edison both. Ryan.
I'm gonna running jump.
Okay. Make the athletics check.
I'm gonna marry. Marry.
16. And
Okay.
as soon as I hit the water, I'm thunderclap in an attempt to force it out of the way.
Okay. Make me a
Clever.
just flip for initiative.
Everyone?
No. Just him. Just him.
Fight the water.
King.
You succeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
One time I
So
didn't die because of that.
so yeah, with great timing, he claps the water up out of the way. He barely lands a foot on the ledge. You guys reach out, you grab him. I will say the water does catch you. It does come rushing down onto you, but you clear enough away that it doesn't impede your jump. So there you go. You guys have made it to the other side. What would you like to do?
Well, everybody's, being kind to each other.
We're all-
Like, we all saved, we did it. We helped our friend. I'm going to back away slowly and try to open the door real quick.
The door does open.
Yeah, does it
Oh, right.
Um,
Wow, 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 wow.
there's a wobble wobble.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got the dope in.
Yeah, everything's fine. Let's go.
How did you do that?
It kind of like you get the stone scraping, and if you were to spin it fast enough, it would. Right.
With delicate care and attention to detail. Just starts walking away.
All right.
I got
Goggles on. I don't care if it's dark. I'm leaving.
You go walking in, short bit of hallway, and then it opens up
I got no
into
reason to.
a little bit of it looks like the inside of a church. There are pews, there are ever burning torches, smokeless fire along the edges. Little different. This one is every pew. It has a mirror on the, not a mirror, but the chairs face each other, so they're not all facing one direction. There's maybe 6 rows, and each one it's designed like a bus, so that people sit across from each other. And as you come in, it's less like a theater, less like it faces front, more like there's like a central talking point. So a little more like a wagon wheel. What would you like to do? You don't see any movement.
I stupidly put myself in front, but it is it dark? Can I see? You said the candles are burning.
Yeah, you can see.
Cool. Am I alone in this room?
You can make a perception check.
Yeah. Oh, good. Better than I thought it was going to be. And 22.
22. There's a subtle breeze, a shifting cold that makes you think of like ghosts or wraiths, or knowing his proclivity towards the undead. There's nothing corporeal in here with you, but you get the feeling there's probably some form of incorporeal servant of some kind.
Okay. He's had a little bit of luck with a goddess recently.
Sure.
So he's feeling a little more confident about his ability to reach out in faith. So he's gonna I'm assuming he's gonna stop where he is once he feels that, registers to himself, okay, ghostly, wraithly, maybe I don't want to be too cocky about it, but he's gonna say, hello, my name is Drake, and I was wondering if this is a church of panics.
Hello, Drake.
Oh.
It is.
Oh, hello. And is it auditory? Is it in his head?
Auditory. You guys can hear that.
Can I see where it's coming from?
You see a little bit of ghostly light coming from, considering the wagon wheel, or like a clock face, like 10 o'clock. You guys are at 6.
Got it. Okay. Oh, fellow travelers, it looks like we found a church of panics. That's lovely. Now, this is my first time in such a church. I was just curious, is there anything, religious that I should do appropriately? I do wish to seek worship.
We stand on very little ceremony here. And you can see the manifesting of a looks like the ghost form of a number of the other clerics that you guys have seen in the other churches. You're not completely all the Pantheon have similar robe stylings, right? There's they dress and they all shop at the same store.
It's just different logos.
Yeah. There are certain variants, right? But You can tell he is of the clergy.
Understood. Of the current clergy, even though he's from the past.
Apparently.
He's a ghost.
Okay.
I am a ghost.
How would religion is weird.
Yeah.
Now, are you a high-ranking clergy? Jeez, clergy member?
I am the highest one here.
That is lovely. How, just out of curiosity, do I show you respect?
Well,
Do I kiss a ring?
no, just
Light a fire?
well, if you like. No, you may refer to me as Brother Bartle.
Brother Bartle, so great to meet you. These are my companions. Just so I'm not hiding anything from him.
Yeah.
I told my secret for the day. Don't.
Please
now,
come in.
Is he human? Is there any...
He looks half elven.
They get around.
Yeah, there's a number of them.
So I point out my companions and I take steps further, not to him, but more towards the center.
Sure. He kind of goes towards that central speaking point.
Awesome.
Standing to the side of it, not like sermon not style, but
Yeah.
but there to answer questions.
Inviting someone.
Sure.
Sure. Now, if I may be honest,
Please.
as I learn more about panics, I find that secrets are easy to keep and shouldn't always be shared, but in confidence. And he's kind of like making his eyes really wide.
What good is a secret if everybody knows it?
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you. I just
Why so
wanted
many
to-
gods trade in secrets?
Most I've
So
actually
many.
experienced
Yeah.
traded in secrets. That being said, Panix has been, I should say, under-worshipped.
Well,
Under-worshipped. You know he deserves a little more props and woot-woot.
only under worshipped if you don't count those spoken in secret.
Oh, I see. Clever. Clever, yes. Well, there are
gamblers and adulterers alone.
They would worship highly. That makes sense.
Everybody
Plenty of those.
begs panics at some point for a little
Bags, I
help.
love that. Well, I'm more. What's the best way to say that? I'm more the type to seek information, and sometimes information can be turned into secrets.
Sure, absolutely.
Panix may know a few.
I
I don't.
suspect.
Yes, I'm not sure if you would know that as well as he would, but
I
you
will.
are a clergy in his church.
I'm
so
here.
You can speak.
Direct line. Yeah.
Direct line. You are the highest
Absolutely.
member.
I'm the highest one here.
Brother Bottle, I respect you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
To be able to get to this rank.
I respect you too. What can I say? Took me a whole lifetime to get there.
Oh my God, he's dead now. Well, that's
How are you still here?
Just faith.
Hey,
You have to be dead to become one of the clergy.
No, definitely not. But but it helps with the promotion process.
yes.
I mean, what?
This is just like looking at them with like squinty eyes because this makes no sense.
It's their version of 5 years in the field or degree. You don't have to be
You're
dead,
dead.
but
But it
it's
helps.
really
It
going to
helps.
process along.
Education. If I may,
Please.
and then by now I'm actually at the podium,
Yeah.
not touching anything but looking around.
What are the rest of you guys? Are you still at the door? Or are you on the
Standing.
outside of the
Can we sit
door?
in? Sit in one of
You
these?
you came and sat in. Okay.
I am standing in the door frame
Okay.
as best I can.
Sure. Tesla.
Myself and Edison are kind of just like looking around mostly.
Okay.
Not like snooping or anything,
Sure.
but just kind of very like, oh,
They no one seems disturbed by you looking around and investigating. There are some along some of the walls. There are like little candle lighting places, sort of like little quiet prayer and places like that. There are also next to these like like in a Catholic church there are the little holders of holy water.
Yes. Yes.
The
Um,
little
Similar things
Like a
near
basin.
near the little basins. There are similar things like that next to these candle stations, and there's actually like a little trough in the candles that are dice
right, because
to kind of be picked up
gambling.
and thrown.
6-sided.
A variety.
Ooh.
Yeah, it is a variety of
Can I just like
4 to 10.
Can I just like
Um,
observe?
Yeah, no, nothing above a 10.
I'm just
but-
gonna like observe the dice. Maybe like pick some up and do one of these, and just like drop it right back into the thing.
Okay, yeah. They are there are some made of wood, there are some made of stone, and there are some made of metal. They all seem appropriately balanced, like you just by kind of inspecting them.
Okay. What do these do?
They're there for those who finds they look for the liar's luck.
What does that mean?
Tesla.
Well, there's always a bit of luck behind an untruth. Most of the time, people are difficult to lie to you unless they want to be lied to. So sometimes it's just a good test to see if luck is on your side.
Do you mind?
No, please. Yeah. What do you want to roll?
I'm going to roll some basic. I'll roll a d6.
Okay, go for it.
Basic bitch.
4.
I would say conditions seem slightly favorable to whatever you're asking for.
Well, then
After the die, which one do you roll? Do you roll wood, metal, or stone?
Tesla's metal.
Yeah, it gets a good bounce. It clangs. The 4 shows up, and after he speaks, it kind of tilts the little trough, and the die comes sliding down, and you hear kind of like a pool ball would like clunk 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 clunk, 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 and it like drops back into the basin.
Well, slightly favorable. Favorable is better than none.
It's true.
So, should we talk to him?
Well, I don't think there's a point of walking through secret tunnels for 4 hours, not at least speaking to him about what we're looking for.
Well,
Tesla.
there we go.
Okay, slightly favorable, going based off your luck now. And just to save a little bit of time, he's going to more or less ask about Pandemonium itself.
Okay.
And he's going to mention in the past of Albrecht, there were a lot of gods that might have been killed or might have been put into a different place.
Of course.
And he's curious if Panix may know of such a thing.
My dear friends, I regret to disappoint you. It's unfortunate that that this just isn't within the Lord of Lies' purview. It's unfortunate. Yeah, you can make an insight check. It turns out Albrecht was actually, stories are quite true. He both killed and tamed all of the wild gods.
If he tamed them, that means they might still be of use to him.
No, they got folded into the pantheon. That's where Panix comes from.
Ah, so Panix was an older god.
Well, no, not by himself, but you take a little bit of a little bit of Loki, a little bit of other things, and you sort of roll them all together, and you get the good guy.
The good guy.
That's right.
May I ask, what do you personally call Panis, other than his name? Usually a god has some other
Right.
association.
Lord of Lies.
Lies.
Last bit of luck. Desperate plea. The good guy.
Good guy. If I may. And then he's gonna he would never lean. I feel like it's too much, but maybe he would insinuate that he would lean.
Sure.
On the diocese.
Yeah.
And he's gonna try to, I guess it's hard to do with a ghost. No, he can see me and I can see him. So
yeah.
But he's gonna try to be more buddy with him.
Okay. Sure.
Normally a clergy member, you know.
Yeah. Madeline, while you're sitting at the pew, as you're sitting there, slowly another ghostly form has manifested across from you.
Oh wow.
It's a woman, slightly older in appearance, similar clergy robes, perhaps not quite as fancy. Who's sitting there? Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm super. Do you know anyone in Pandemonium?
Oh. Actually, yeah, I think I do.
Cool. We got one.
I love this so much. Yes.
You got a name?
Yes, absolutely. I had a greater cousin that ended up. Long story short, witches, garden, whole thing.
Sure.
She ended up banishing him to eternal torment and madness.
That's one does.
Can I hear her saying this? She did mention it.
Yeah.
Can I insight check that ghost?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So many lies. 12. You're not doing good on this insight.
17.
Better.
So there are parts of it that are true, but the fact that she knows somebody in Pandemonium, probably not.
Mm-hmm.
She tells you about her cousin, Granlith, who got cursed by a witch and ended up screaming mad in Pandemonium, and you know.
It sounds like a regular person, which probably wouldn't be surviving that madness regardless.
Well, yeah, and she probably had a cousin named Granlith, and maybe he got cursed. Maybe he was just dumb and fell off a bridge. You don't know. But yeah.
Message to Madeline. Take this with a grain of salt.
Well, that sucks.
It does.
You drink?
Well, I used to.
Oh.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice weather.
Is it?
You know.
I feel like this could be going better.
Probably. But we really just came down here to talk to Panics.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well. Came to the right place.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, absolutely.
yeah,
Got that
absolutely.
one right on the kisser. Is there anyone else here we could speak to? Not that you're not lovely.
Oh. Well, your friends could have a seat. Usually, whichever one of us manifests is sort of deemed the most appropriate for the person across from us.
Right. So why'd I get you?
Oh, I don't know. Similar life experiences, maybe. It's just one of those things, you know. It's I mean, what really is the point of talking if no one's on the other side?
I mean, you know, we could. What's the point of anything? We could start down that spiral.
Oh, and I'd be in Pandemonium.
Yeah. With your cousin Granthal.
Right, exactly.
Good times.
So
you
after-
get it. You understand me. See? There we go.
After she says that, and I start that leaning process, is that true?
Hmm.
If you take a seat, the appropriate clergyman will show up for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, occasionally, sometimes it's other ghostly figures, but all devout to panic, so here for the purpose. Absolutely, yeah, nice. I mean, you're welcome to try, or any of
Does
you
a
if
little
you like.
Papa squat.
Okay, sure,
Jeez.
I'm staying in the door.
that's fine.
And just like
I want to watch this because this in particular is going to be strange, I think.
Yeah, it takes a few moments, but a dwarven figure in smithing gear arises in front of Tesla. Hello?
you
What?
worship panics.
Yeah?
How did you die?
Oh, well, got close to old age, but mostly seemed to be about eating a lot of meat and drinking a lot of beer and not really going outside a lot.
You can clearly see I don't have that problem.
Well, that's good for you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my friends and I use the term friends loosely.
Uh-huh.
That seems to work.
We need to contact Panics.
Oh, right. Well, you came to the right place.
We need to contact them in Pandemonium.
Well, he's not in Pandemonium.
Well, we need to
but-
contact something in Pandemonium.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, sure. I got my niece that was there.
Inside check.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Um,
Digging through these lies is hard, yo. Harder than a fight sometimes.
he's clearly lying.
Yes.
But you notice something more interesting. When you're talking to him, his form is meh. But when you mentioned that they're not really your friends, his form kind of glue, like it brightened, it became sharper.
You know, you're lying to me, and I can tell. Despite being a worshiper of Panics, you're very bad at this. I must tell you.
Well, you're not so great at it yourself.
Oh, I know that, but I know that. So
Right,
don't
no, I
waste
know.
time lying.
But I mean, you came to a. I mean, you went looking for a temple of lies, didn't you?
That's true. That's
So,
true.
so maybe one of us isn't understanding the game.
It's true. Well,
I mean, I'm just being honest here.
it's a good point. When he was honest, did anything change about him?
Got a little dimmer.
Okay. By the way, it's my dog Edison over there. He's really annoying. And honestly, he gets on my everlasting nerve, but he has his uses.
Yeah, you recognize he comes in a little sharper. But right, well, I don't know. Put him down then.
Yes, well, you know, it's like I said, has his uses, so you might as well keep him around.
Right?
And
Can I see this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
I
guys
think
can, you guys can start to pick up on the
game.
The game.
I would like to, if you're done.
no, I'm not done.
Okay.
This guy Ryan over there,
As he's talking, I walk in and sit down.
Okay.
huge and kind of an idiot, you know, as a lot of these people are. Not the
fleshy one.
flesh-bound creatures around me are quite stupid for the most part.
It's odd. It wavers. I mean,
10 to 1.
Tesla believes it,
Yeah,
right? So
That's true, actually.
so is it a lie or is he telling his own truth? It doesn't really change. Ryan, you sit down. A few moments go by. A large bugbear, very big, maybe orog
I love
in
that.
size, sits across from you.
Goodbye. I am not looking for someone in Pandemonium.
Okay. Well, that's good because I don't know any people that one's tough.
But does he get brighter? 'Cause I'm
Yeah,
obviously lying.
right. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Does it seem as if they get stronger with every lie we tell?
There's no real test of their strength. Their presence is sharper in the presence of lies, but as far as a physical, as far as like a
So
measurable demonstration of their power.
so they have essentially no choice but to lie to any question. That we
No,
ask.
because he was honest earlier, and it got dimmer, so they can choose to do it. I think what we have to figure out.
But when I asked if Panics was in Pandemonium,
Mhm.
did anything change about it?
Panics is not in Pandemonium. Yep.
How do I want to word this?
I don't know, Bizarro. How do you want to word this?
I do not believe that Panics has a way to tell us of someone in Pandemonium.
Well, I mean, that's dumb because Panics would know.
I do not believe you would be able to provide me with a name.
You're correct. I cannot.
I do not believe any of you can invoke Panics to provide us with a name.
They all disappear.
Including the clergyman in front of me.
Mhm.
Got it.
The lights go out.
Jifflo, still
Do I feel that feeling that I felt before, where I couldn't see him, but I felt the presence?
You feel nothing.
any sound from the door?
No. You can still hear the rush of water.
I can see glowing in the dark, even if I'm not too close to that drift globe. I would like to look at the actual podium itself. Nothing crazy, nothing out of the words, anything.
Make an investigation check.
Thank you.
Everyone or just him?
Anybody can if you want to.
How far across from each other are the trees?
It's
I don't know.
18.
Yeah,
That-
Maddie's
almost
just
that.
slouching down and putting her
18.
legs up.
Absolutely. You can get your feet up there.
Mine is
18.
also an 18. Oh, all three of us, 18.
18.
Yeah.
Is the number.
Guys, there's something about that symbol that just does not look right. It just, you're familiar with the Pantheon. You even if you guys don't worship Panics a lot, you've seen it. This doesn't look like it.
Got it. I think I'm gonna start taking a look around. Something obviously doesn't seem right. And what I'll do is that symbol, is it anywhere on there?
What?
The symbol of Panics, is it anywhere
It's on there. Yeah, it's on the podium.
Can I try to fix it using acid or like I want to like burn the symbol correct?
Sure.
I want to fix it. It's wrong.
You do fix it and it reverts.
Ooh, oh. I literally just burned this. Okay. Can I invert it? Can I see if I can burn it in like What would be the opposite? And try to do that.
It reverts.
I move back to the door, just standing there. I want to make sure this thing doesn't close on us.
Yeah, you're standing there. You are at the door. You see the inscription on the side of it that he told you about.
Just to repeat that, it's let those unwashed of their lies speak the truth to enter.
The water hit me on the way in, so
I'm freaking soaked.
you might need to say some more things, my friend.
Well, wherever Madeline is sitting, I'm gonna walk over to her and I'm gonna take a seat. And I'm gonna go. Well, it seems like my friends are a little cleaner than me in particular. And I'm just speaking to the ether. Is there anything you'd like to ask me? And I'm looking across to where the empty space. Everybody has been across.
What the fuck are you, Drake?
Friend. That was a lie. I'm saying it out loud.
Lie number 1.
Friend. But I'm also a seeker of truth. It's the truth.
The room doesn't react.
He crosses his legs, leans back slightly. What would you like me to do? Speaking out.
You can all make intelligence saving throws.
Ooh. I never have to make that.
Maybe. Ooh, maybe.
My bad.
19.
This is the one that rolled a 1. No.
19.
17.
26.
Good job, buddy. You better artificer.
You're super smart.
Okay. Nothing bad happens. You guys sit there. The room doesn't react. Tesla, you start thinking through this. You guys start talking through what you've been through. What have you guys done? What have you attempted to do?
See, we have
In here?
Just in general.
We have attempted
To save an empire.
little more recent, a little more focused.
We have
Let's.
attempted
That's still- that's
to-
It
correct.
is.
That's
No, it
as
is.
recent
Yeah,
as it
no,
gets.
I am. It is quite accurate.
We have attempted to lie. We have attempted to tell the truth.
Uh-huh.
We have attempted
One of you said something so truthful that all the ghosts disappeared.
What did you say?
I do not believe anyone here can invoke Panic to provide us with a name. So either Panic cannot provide us with a name, or nobody here is powerful enough to do so, and that Brother Bartle does not have the direct line.
Did you say
between-
anyone could,
I do believe I said anyone.
which means including us?
Yes.
So that we have wasted this entire trip.
No, because he said no one could.
Said nobody here.
Was that a lie?
I had said I was saying it with the intent of I do believe someone here could. So yes, it was a lie.
Whether you meant it to be a lie or
But they
not.
reacted to it as though it's
Right.
true.
So they've told you the truth. Nobody here could invoke panics. Why would no one here be able to invoke panics?
Because this is
He's-
Phoenix's.
Well, he's already here.
This isn't Phoenix's temple.
Yeah.
Something's
Both
this
of
isn't
those.
right.
Which one is it?
It's
How do we figure that out?
Well, the symbol's not of panics.
Yeah. So unless
So it's not.
this is not the Temple of Panics. This may be maybe a way to get to one. But as far as this one right here, the area that we are in is not a Temple of Panics.
So then, whose temple is this? I'm feeling a slight bit of confusion. Anyone? I would love to meet you. It seems like a temple. You had worshippers.
There's no reply.
Well, if you don't want us here, I suppose we could leave. Squinty eyes.
Is there
Can we leave? And I'm gonna go to the door and see if I can leave.
You can.
Okay. I'm gonna do one of these.
When you get outside the door, Jarek, you guys watch him. You're still in the doorway. Jarek steps outside the door, and you watch him. He takes step, and he looks up and he starts looking past the waterfall. And he has a moment where he's like, and he turns and he is startled that you are behind him.
okay?
I thought. And can I turn back around?
Mhm.
What do I see?
You expected them to be on the other side
That's what I thought. Of the water.
of the waterfall. You expected them to be on the other side of the chasm.
Right.
And you're just really confused and surprised that the door is open and that they're over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's time to go in the temple. Clearly, I missed something. Sorry, I blacked out.
Brian,
Yes.
did you open the door?
No.
But I would. I'm going to look down. Madeline, did you open the door?
No, dipshit, you did.
I didn't open the door. Not yet.
No,
I was
no.
waiting for you to get here. When did you? And he's going to like do the comedic like. What?
Nobody go. Oh dear. Nobody go outside yet.
What's inside? Should I? I'm going to come back in. Hold on. Did I go out? Where am I?
Grab Jared, pull him back in.
He goes in.
Still nothing.
He does not remember.
It appears if you leave, you lose all memories of this place. She said the symbol continues to revert back to its the not pantheon symbol.
Correct.
I'm gonna go up to the pew and just turn it upside down.
It stays upside down. If you leave it alone long enough, it'll right itself.
Wait, this isn't Panic's symbol? Whose symbol is it?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Okay.
Can I roll a religion check?
Yeah,
If I can-
absolutely.
Yeah, can I do the same
Absolutely. Yeah, make religion checks.
Can I give him advantage?
You can. Yeah, sure.
A religion. Shit.
22.
Okay. It's just a symbol that is meant to look like Panix's. It's no one in particular's. Ryan, when you were out by the door, however, you could see the difference. The symbol on the door is correct. The symbol on the pews and inside are not.
So the symbol out there is correct. The one in here is not. And perhaps there's a type of illusion or some type of teleportation magic that diverts someone to a facsimile of a temple of Panic.
Is this the only entrance?
Yes. You look around, you search.
Yeah.
One way in, one way out.
What happened? And then regurgitate Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Memory affected. Has anybody else tried to go outside?
You are the only one. That's
Me.
why we have not left yet.
And from what I understand, when I asked no ghostly apparition, because after, and he's gonna go outside again.
Okay.
And then he's gonna try to come back in. Did he forget all that just happened again? Or
No.
did he remember that time? Does it only work once is what he's trying to test.
Yeah, seemingly only works the one time. There's nothing about what you just did that you forget.
Interesting. So I remember everything you just said. That's lovely. I'm gonna write this down, and he's gonna sit on a pew and just let y'all figure it out. Like until he's done. It takes him what? Give like 5 minutes. Okay.
Sure.
So he'll let you talk about it, and then if he has any ideas.
So if Jarek still remembers the things that you told him,
The second time. The second time. Not the first time. I don't know what happened.
then could we infer that what we must do is return outside and then attempt to come back in later?
Sure.
Do you believe that that is Jarek? You still have all the information.
I remember all the things we said.
Okay. Well, then I say
Test questions.
yes. We'll go through all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Jarek has access to test questions, all
Okay.
that stuff. Jarek is the control.
Okay.
I'm never in control.
So would you be comfortable in doing this as well?
Sure.
All right. Who's gonna go first?
Well, you're all dry. I'll stay in here.
All right.
Wet is what I meant.
I'll do it.
I'm dry.
By now.
You got hit by the water. You were washed clean.
Okay. Yeah, like it's not
Right.
that like immediately dry. It's
No,
that
but-
we were touched by the water.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You guys have you've been in here an hour, so
So I'll leave.
you leave and you look across and you see the water and you look back and everybody's right where you left them inside the temple.
So I still
You remember.
odd. I still remember everything. Why is it that you are the only one that forgot?
I didn't get wet. I had a feeling about it. I mentioned the because I remember before going in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I was like, wait a second. Do I remember that? Yes. I just don't remember what happened in the temple.
You didn't get wet.
Mm-mm.
You were not washed clean, as it were.
Yes. Wash clean of unwashed. Wait, let those unwashed of their lies speak the truth to enter. That was just doing with entering.
Yes. Whatever this is.
You see that written on the door. You see the symbol that is genuinely panics.
I'll try and just scratch at the symbol.
It fixes. Which one? The one on
The one on the door. It
Mhm.
makes it so.
Yeah, it is. How would you describe that?
Just taking my trident and just raking
Yeah.
the forks across it.
Gotcha.
No disrespect. I'm just testing something out. I don't know why I'm talking with an accent.
It repairs itself.
So I'm going to.
You're still outside the door.
Yeah, I'm still outside the door. I'm going to attempt to match the symbol panics that's outside the door with the
Mhm.
one on the inside.
You're gonna attempt to match which one?
The outdoor one.
Yeah.
with
The correct one or the wrong one?
The
Correct
correct
one.
one with the
Okay.
wrong one.
Got it. It does not allow you to blemish the true symbol of panics.
Okay.
Pick up a pew and just carry it to the door and set it outside. Just like
Okay. I mean, you toss it. There's not a lot of room.
yeah,
It
just
falls
like
down the waterfall.
No, I mean just like get the symbol, the fake symbol, outside the room.
Tesla just like starts screaming at the sky. I do not like not knowing things.
Okay.
Does the symbol
Everybody
change?
make intelligence checks.
Yeah, because we're
I got you. I'm sorry.
That's a 17.
I got a 1.
5.
17.
17. At what point do you think lying became important?
When it was obvious that the ghosts were going to
What was the
lie.
first thing this temple told you?
The sign itself, or the
Speak the truth.
Brother Bartle.
The first thing this temple told you was,
Let those unwashed of their lies speak the truth to enter.
and you guys believed it. You believed that you were given the right instructions by the God of Lies to
We
enter
trusted
his
the God of
temple.
Lies.
Got it.
Which was the first mistake that we made.
So
I'm
let
not-
those washed of their truths speak lies to enter. Let those
I'm happy right now. I'm so fucking happy right now. I'm calm. I'm not pissed as fuck.
Yeah, I'll go outside.
You all have to exit. The
Yeah.
room won't
will
reset
do that.
while you guys are in
We'll
there.
all go outside.
You all go outside. You two forget
This is a
Because
sneaky
you
way to
fa-
get my truth.
because you failed the intelligence saving throw earlier. So they forget. You remind them.
Yeah, I'll tell them what happened.
Really?
Madeline's rage re-engages.
And I'll just and say
Just one of us has to do
I have
it.
no idea what's going on.
Well, now you do know
Yeah.
what's going on. So that is a
Lie.
That's a lie.
The door does open.
Does it still make the whoop?
Yeah. Well, no. The whoop whoop was a lie. The shh. That was the
No! I'm
The
more
whoop
upset
whoop-
about that.
and I
The
will-
whoop whoop was the
And
lie.
I will stomp in just mad.
Okay.
And I will be like,
The room looks very similar to the one you left. However, the symbols are correct.
Is Brother Bartle here?
Brother Bartle is not there. You do see standing at the pew is a man in a cloak, gnarly white hair, sort of creeping down around from the outside. He has human, sort of old, maybe not quite leper features. And his face is kind of wrapped and masked. And as you come stomping in, "Oh, hello there.
had some fun, didn't you?
Well, those truly devoted do find their way. Or I guess the desperate among you do make your way to panics eventually. So,
You're not Hispanics, are you?
no, I'm not.
Are you lying to us?
No, you've experienced that nonsense. I don't have a need to.
Are you alive? Just have to check.
Alive enough. I am
Undead.
no, I'm better than that.
Are you?
Is it a fucking lich?
It's not. No. You can make a perception check. Or as you guys look him over.
A what check?
Perception.
26.
15.
Just
11.
Madeline, you barely catch it. You barely catch it. But there's something about the way when he smiles, there's something in the way he smiles that he has far more control over his face and like the parts that should be dripping or rotting or something like that, but they almost peel and get tighter, that he can control his structure.
Have I seen that before?
Yeah,
When?
he looks like a shape changer. He looks like something that could control.
My friend.
I don't think I'm your friend.
Oh, please. So, how are you?
No, I'm being actually not coy here. I'm not your friend.
Oh,
Would you like to be?
I'm being actually polite here.
Oh.
How are you?
Well, I mean, I live in a stone circle, so it's.
Who doesn't? So.
Right, you all want to get to Pandemonium.
We just need to know someone who's there.
Ah, well,
Preferably not.
Preferably not mad. Well, all right. I can invoke the name if you'd like, but take a toss of the liar's dice and see how you do.
Who's rolling?
Why don't
The liar. The truth speaker. Who would you prefer?
whichever one you would like. Who would like to play?
I don't think I have a choice.
You guys can.
Mhm.
Just roll me percentiles. That's how we'll get through this.
I gotta get through this. Gotta get through this.
I rolled a 3.
91.
55.
I gotta make. Listen to that song.
He goes to the pews and gathers up a number of dice for all of you. And you are given cups and you cast them out. And you begin to play the game of liar's dice, in which you make statements about the total number of dice that are a specific side.
Oh, okay.
It's a pirates game.
I've seen that.
Played often. And Madeline ends up winning.
Proud of you, Guru.
Pirate.
The simplicity. You didn't even try. She said, I was born this way.
And when he lifts you all lift the cups. And through the numbers that are cast upon them, he divines what it is that you are in search of. There are a few things that lived in Pandemonium, in one of the deeper godly realms. They do not exist here anymore. They were deities of bugbears, of goblins. It's where part of the Unseelie court hid a long time ago. But there is a breed of mad dragon, howling dragons, smart enough to withstand the winds, because they are partly wind elemental themselves. The greatest among them has a region named for him. He is known as a Gathian.
Agathian.
Yeah. Agathion. Agathian. And while you may not wish to speak with the progenitor of them, there is a lesser howling dragon known by the sound he makes. Zip, 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 zip.
Oh my god.
ZEB ad nauseum. ZEB infinity. You are also given a little bit of information. There are different regions to Pandemonium, just like any other place. But the outer layer, somewhat like this place, has the headwaters, the mouth, essentially the waterfall that feeds into the river Styx. And if you were crazy enough, you could attempt to barter passage with, or attempt to speak with Yugoloths.
Yugoloths?
Yugoloths are a type of demon devil, a fiend, that transports creatures along the river from the abyss through the nine hells.
So you would have to take someone through hell to bring them up a chute to get into Pandemonium. Essentially, you could.
Or you could, yeah. Or there may be Yugoloths that live in Pandemonium.
Okay.
That might know it. If you don't want to deal with zip, 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 zip.
I'm more concerned with, what is his name?
Agathian.
Probably. So the Yugoloths, do we have specific names, or is Yugoloth enough?
Yugoloth is a racial term. He does not know of
A specific
name of a Yugoloth, but you guys at least have a name
Right.
that Panics can give you. He also gave you another way up and in there.
Yep. If we have to go and get the king,
right?
We have access.
The
Well,
Emperor.
a way to a map.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I write this down again, all of it. Anything. Yeah. Spelling. I'm like, spelling? Like, write it all down. Because forgetting things is not fun.
It is not.
And now that I have experienced that, I do not want to do that again.
Yeah.
So I guess we could ask more questions, I suppose. Did we get your name? Did we get his name? What's your name? So,
why don't you call me Azel?
Azel. Spelling?
Azal.
Yeah. Now, you said you were here in this stone room. Eventually, you find people that will come here, speak to you.
Well,
trying to speak to Panics.
Once you know the way, it's usually pretty easy.
Right. I don't believe I will forget. Squinty eyes. That being said, is that the only way out? Do you have a secret way out? Faster?
That might be telling, but I think that's the way you'll want to go.
Okay. I roll. Now, before I leave, I did speak to Brother Bartle earlier. I'm assuming Panics knows my truth now.
You don't remember telling any
I did
truth.
it before I went into the temple.
Yeah.
That's how I opened it the first time. So
right.
I remember that. But walking in, I don't know.
Okay. All right. What was your question?
I'm assuming Panic knows my truth now.
Oh, yeah, pretty sure.
But he usually keeps his secrets. That's what I
Yeah, he
would
is the
assume.
Lord of Lies, so truths don't really matter to him.
Good to know. And with that, he's done. He's like out. He's like, memory loss? Nah, B, I'm out. And he's just gonna start
Okay.
heading towards the falls.
Anything else for the rest of you?
That's good.
I believe we're finally done with this accursed place. I want to go home.
Well, home is what you make it.
Thank you for your.
You earned it. Madeline, your friends, they're worse than liars and cheats. They're corruptors.
Yes. How did you make it out?
Well, very good at lying.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you can't trust the truth, blind chance is better. And he tosses you a coin.
Thanks, Bean Joe.
The gold comes right off. Yeah,
It's chocolate.
Mother's milk. All right. What is it?
you look at it. It looks sort of like a normal gold piece.
Okay.
It has the imperial seal on it. It's got the head of Don Dorian on the other side, right? But it's not gold. When you bite it, like it's plated. It's clearly fake, right? Kind of look at it. You flip it over, and when you do it a couple of times, might help you make decisions. Give it a flip. Roll me a D6. Hey.
6.
When you catch it, as you look at Azel, who's a shape changer, you can watch the face shift into the symbol of a lie, into the symbol of panics.
The face of the coin?
Yeah.
That he's lying?
Yeah. That he's a shape changer.
You can see a shape changer.
Oh,
that coin helps you see a change.
You're my new favorite.
Well,
I don't know about this.
So,
I don't know.
Well, 50% of the time it works every time. So
Right. That's all you need.
How cool.
Just walk around,
What a
flip the
fucking
coin.
useful ass item.
Okay.
best of luck.
What?
Let me tell you guys, when we first started researching doppelgangers, there was something about like cutting something. There was like some blood thing we talked about.
I'm trying it at Tesla.
Oh.
Not because I think you're a shape changer, just to like
Roll a d6.
Oh shit. Yes, try it at
2.
Tesla. I'm leaving.
You catch it and it purposefully just kind like the face of Don Dorian shifts just a little bit to look like Tesla, and then it reverts.
that doesn't mean anything.
That means he is what he
Says he is.
says he is.
So does this work Seriously, does it work all the time, or is
It
there...
is it is a 50% chance.
Based off
Essentially,
what you roll.
if you flip it, if when you catch it, it's face up,
Mm-hmm.
then it'll show you the truth. If you flip it and you get the
Tails.
the tail side, it doesn't know.
Okay, so if it's heads, it'll tell me the...
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna write this.
I was
down.
like, I didn't know if there... It either tell me the truth or won't tell me anything.
Exactly.
Simple. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know if it was like half of it's truthful, half of it's lying.
Nope.
This is useless. Thank you. Okay.
No,
cool.
no, no.
We'll just
50%
do this for the rest of the fucking campaign.
No, 50% of the time. 50% of the time it works every time. So that's why you roll.
Okay.
If you roll an even number, it can tell you the truth.
Okay.
If you roll an odd number,
It's t-
it just doesn't. Yeah,
Okay.
just didn't flip up for you.
That's fine.
And you do know, like you spend a moment and figure it out.
What's
I
your
just-
rolling rules? Just so I can write them. down.
Even gives you the truth, and odd gives you nothing. yeah.
Nothing. Do you want to give this a special name? The coin.
Oh,
The coin of chance.
Jeez.
I kind of just want to call it Sex Panther, but
Yeah.
Yes.
No, sex panics.
uh,
Is 60% of the time.
that's right. Panics slightly lower rate,
That's right.
but yeah.
Sex panics 50% of the time. It works
Coin of
every
sex.
time.
pants.
The time all the time.
I'm writing it down. It's
Yeah, I mean,
do you keep this on you, or
Yep.
do you? Oh, cool, perfect.
no, because you won.
Mm-hmm.
You won the dice game, so you get
And
something.
I'm the liar.
I sweet Jesus, I knew that.
This is my home.
Yeah. She was like,
This is my house.
I get this. I'm gonna let these idiots figure it out.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's not the fact that the person Jaegering Maddie at the moment has no fucking clue how to do any of this shit.
No, we are getting towards the end of our night. We're gonna end like on time for once, which is nice.
Hey.
I know, I don't trust it either. But
You're right, bar fight.
so there was
I'm just kidding.
I was looking for something that was like clever, but there could if you guys had gotten through it quickly, we might have done a fight, and I've been like if it was 9:30, I'd be like, fight! You earned it. Instead, we have a nice talking session. I'm sorry for the puzzle, but
oh
did-
god.
I
We-
did
look,
literally
at least you're giving us intelligence saving throws. To
Yeah.
help our characters figure it out. I greatly appreciate.
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Because
no.
It's
You're
hard. It's reverse thinking.
you're
It's-
not.
That's
You
the-
you
yeah.
guys were doing some really clever things,
Lies are weird.
and
yeah,
and
lies are hard to figure
and I
out.
was trying to do. I didn't want to do the one brother tells nothing but truths. The one brother tells
like, and
nothing
I was-
but lies.
I was like,
And,
oh, we could tell. I was wondering, like, is this the route he's going? And when I was talking to him, I was like, no, they're just all lying. to us.
Yeah, and they were because a lot of people the panics thing. A lot of people come there when they're desperate, when they're looking for something, and if you don't care, if you're not paying attention, then you come in, you ask them for something, and they'll tell you whatever you want to hear, because he's the god of lies. Like
Mhm.
that doesn't matter, right? But you guys wanted the truth, so you had to kind of search for it and find it. That's why whenever you tried to change the symbol, I was like, no, this place is a lie. What you are in is a lie. And
Right.
I was trying to make that clear without saying it. You guys had gone to the door, which I was super grateful for, to be like, look, this is where we began. We
Yep.
began with this lie. And that's always a hard thing when you come to it.
It's
But
on the back.
It's not in the bag.
That's mine.
Oh, do you not want to know what it does though? I was just writing it down.
I know what it does.
Okay.
That's mine.
Don't forget. Don't you dare forget and come to me, girl.
It's on my back.
I will
Don't
legit
know
be
it.
like, can't help you. Don't remember.
but
That's what I want.
those moments where it was very much like I appreciate it, but you got to the door of the lying god, and we're like, I'm gonna believe what you say. Like
Mhm.
initially, my
Yeah.
my
I was like-
initial thought was, it's that everything back behind there is a false temple.
Mhm.
That you're not supposed to enter that way at all. You're supposed to
Right.
go through the waterfall.
Mhm.
and like act like take
Well,
the
the
plunge.
good thing about it is Jurek would have panicked. He would have been
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck, I have to tell the truth. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And like, fine, I'll do it.
No, it was
So he would have done it regardless of me playing him.
No,
He would have been
yeah.
like, nope, wait.
I think it was a great night of role playing and some character stuff. So not our normal smash and grab, but I think you guys got some valuable information
Cool.
out of it.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would like to do tonight? We ostensibly have 30 minutes, but if
This all happened in one day. What's the
Yeah.
last day?
so,
This
you're,
is the
the
23rd.
23rd.
Yeah.
It's the next day for me of the 24th.
How long does it take from mail to go from here to, say, just past the Infinite Mountains? Like north of the Infinite Mountains?
Travel time maybe 2 weeks, unless you use like sending or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you might be able to utilize a magic courier.
Well, Winnie's going to send her something.
Okay.
She's sending her the handwraps.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like, she can send the letters.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
So, in 2 weeks, she'll get mail.
Okay. Great.
I just need to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The only thing, and just so I have it down, because I have to start writing it down. At some point, I get together with Tesla and I explain the contract and what we have to do to like keep making Artificer things and get money in and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And I'll keep mentioning it just so we have a list of ideas and keep that writing. So whenever I see an Artificer, I'm like, tell me about your ideas.
First,
Okay.
yeah, and we'll talk to you about the.
And we don't have to do it
propulsion
here.
ship.
It's just more.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Wonderful.
I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, you do have
A map of how to get in if we need to get into Pannonia.
right. You have a figure
few
that you can
names.
contact.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can go in different directions. I think this arc is going well. It's going to be a long one, obviously, but you guys have some good leads on a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that sounds nice.
What if it sounded terrible? What if it was like, this is boring. I'm not having fun.
If you are not, please let me know.
No,
Oh, no.
absolute opposite. I love that information shit. It's the only thing I'm good at. Ask me to build something and ask me questions. I could do that all day. Don't get me into a fight. Here, I'll stand back here. You look sick? Touch. Like, that's what I can do. Archie, go spit acid. Like, this is what I've got, guys. Ask me questions. I will build you something. What do you want? I love Artificer, but I finally found out what they do. They're support class.
They are.
If
Yeah.
you guys have not experienced Artificer or getting to a point where you're learning about Artificer and you're interested, they have 4 different
Archetypes,
archetypes. I don't know what
Yeah.
subclasses. Archetypes now. There's the
Battlesmith is
Alchemist.
dope.
Yeah, Battlesmith, Alchemist. There's an Archivist, which I don't know much about. And then the one. What's that one?
Never mind.
No,
He's
the
a
artillerist.
smaller
Yeah.
Artillerist. So like dig deep, look it up. But I'm having super fun playing Drake, especially because of the class.
Yeah, the artificers are a lot of fun. If you like micromanaging and being able to do a million things,
All
in
the
a turn.
bonus actions. I am up to my ass. Bonus actions.
Well, guys, that sounds like a good night. Yeah, if there's nothing else pressing you guys would like to do right now, we're gonna end slightly early, which is
Hey,
good because I've got to finish packing and catch a thing.
Catch a ride.
I thought you were gonna say
Right.
for some reason my brain said train. And I was like,
Yeah.
You're riding trains?
I wish, but no.
Trains are cool.
Actually, I mean they are cool, but they also take like a day.
Forever.
they'll
to
take
get
the whole
anywhere.
day and they're like twice as expensive.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's ridiculous
ridiculous.
how expensive they are for how slow they go.
Yep.
Um,
One day we'll be like trying to get those bullet trains, man. Those things are crazy.
They're
bullet train.
dope. I rode the Shinkansen in Japan. Sweet.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope you enjoy the show.
Yeah.
So I am out of town. Caitlin's out of town this weekend. We've got Megan running Friday. Then we'll see what happens on Saturday. So Thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you next time. But until then, be cool.